All right, welcome back, everybody. We are picking up here with game number 8, Civ4 AI Survivor Season 9. Just to set the stage here, we were going about this before I started the recording for YouTube, but just so everybody knows, the favorite in this game is Catherine. She's been the pick of about half the contest entrants, a little over half. That includes me. I just like how much space she has on this map. I think she's going to get more territory than anyone else, and then we'll see if she can snowball from there. There's no real favorite for second place. It's kind of all over the place. I think Churchill was slightly the favorite for second place, which I've also selected. And then Suleiman is the favorite for first to die in this game. But there's a lot of uncertainty about how this game's going to play out. Also, one thing that's fun to notice, nobody in this game starts with mysticism, so no one can start with a religion out of the gate. I have no clue who's going to get the religions in this game. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started then. All right, well, one person is opening with Is Suleiman going for a religion? I don't know if that's good or bad for him, honestly. Okay, so apparently Suleiman's going to get the first religion. Um, um, so Kathy is apparently opening the game with archery research, which is, Kathy? Did you really need to open with archery out of everything? She should be opening with agriculture or animal husbandry. Okay. Well, unfortunately for her, this means she can do very little with her worker. I guess she can mine the hill tiles. I also noticed that Augustus Caesar is opening masonry, which is a real what the heck decision there. I mean, he has a stone at his capital, I guess. Early Stonehenge, maybe? I mean, he needs mysticism for that, but I mean, so in his defense, he does start the game with fishing tech, so he can hook up his fish. He doesn't really need to go animal husbandry that badly. Now, would it be better to go like Roma's fishing mining starting tech? Would it be better to go like bronze working? Yes. Would it be better to go wheel? Probably. Would it be better to get animal husbandry? Probably. I don't know that masonry is that big of a priority, but it actually does make some sense here. It's not the worst I've seen. Anyway, elsewhere, Napoleon's opening animal husbandry, which is the correct starting tech. So once he gets that, he does have the potential to have that explosive start. De Gaulle is also going animal husbandry with a lot less rationale. Oh, he does have a sheep tile. Okay. Not as crucial for him as it was for Napoleon, though. Stalin is going for agriculture, which I guess he can, yeah, he has a rice tile here. That's not bad. He's also sending a settler west, so apparently he's going to go for this spot, which is, again, a very, very strong spot. Stalin's opener looks fantastic here. So if he settles that spot, remember, Russia starts with mining, so he'll be able to connect the gems. He's going to have 2 happiness resources right out of the gate. I just don't trust Stalin, but this does look like a really good opener for him. And then Churchill's opening agriculture, which makes sense because he has double corn tiles. All that makes sense. So if you want to see where their settlers are going, it is where the archers are located on the screen. So mostly doing what you would expect. Let's see when somebody actually plants. Okay, Napoleon plants a very early city. Okay, that is not where I thought Napoleon was going to put a city. I thought he'd put it near this. I thought he'd put it near this cow resource. Apparently not. This is a very dry city. That's not a particularly fast settler build. But I guess he'll get that. I mean, the city has no food. How does this city ever grow? I mean, so here's the problem for Napoleon. He needs to expand the borders. He needs this rice tile drastically. He needs the rice really badly, but he doesn't start with mysticism, and he might not research it for a long time. The best thing for him to do is hope that one of the early religions sticks around for a while, because he'll be more likely to go mysticism if there's a religion around. He needs to pop the borders. If he doesn't pop the borders, this city is almost completely useless. I don't even think it can get past size 2. Let's see, there's one food. This city can't even grow to size 2. I mean, he could get to size 2, but then it would immediately starve back to size 1 again. The city's literally stuck at size 1 until he pops borders. That's not good. And then Suleiman, yeah, Suleiman City will be a holy city. Okay, he hasn't settled yet, but Suleiman is the only one researching a religion, so he will get a holy city. I mean, if he drops, I don't really like where Suleiman's putting a city. Maybe if he goes like over here, but even if he goes here, 20, 40, I mean, the borders would, yeah, Suleiman could mess him up pretty badly there. Napoleon Suleiman basically guaranteed to fight. I mean, maybe, I guess we'll see. Stalin chose a very juicy spot. He'll be able to farm this dry corn and then mine the gems tile, and he already has connected one of these ivory tiles. So Stalin definitely has a lot of strong tiles here at his start. Okay, so Churchill grabs the gold tile. Now, once again, this city really needs mysticism and a monument to pop borders because he's not creative. Low production, but very high food. I mean, if he can actually get mysticism and pop the borders, this becomes a monster city with these two resources. So, nice potential there. Kathy's city will be really good if she researches animal husbandry and agriculture. Like, down the road, this is a very strong city, but for the moment, it's kind of awful. She probably goes agriculture next, I would think. She really actually needs animal husbandry next. Well, she needs one or both of those. So maybe that settler will not take the full 22 turns. I wouldn't say it's a great opener there, though. And that's it for cities so far. Augustus. Okay. Oh, that's oh, that is bad for that is bad for Napoleon. Because this city is going to be a holy city. I don't know exactly why Suleiman picked this particular spot, but he's going to deny this tile to Augustus, and then he's going to deny this tile to Napoleon, because he's going to get third rings before either of these gets second ring. That's going to be a lot of border tension, to be sure. I do like for Augustus the fact that he got an ivory resource, and if he does pop the borders, he does double food resources, and like being on a river is really nice. Adern being on a river also means that whatever religion this turns into, which I guess will be Islam, will have the potential to spread on this river valley. And like, look how many cities are on this river network. Antium, York, it will be right off this. St. Petersburg, like this religion could spread really, really well. All right. Anyway, we also have a city from De Gaulle, which is, you know, fine. It's not like amazing, but it's an okay city spot. Has a corn there. Interestingly enough, it does not contest the gold, so Churchill will get this gold resource. And is that everybody's second city? I think that's everybody's second city so far. Interesting early game already. We'll just refresh the map. So again, like, it does feel to me like Kathy has a ridiculous amount of room to expand. So even if she flubs... Now, she could get messed up by Barb cities over here. You never know. Barb cities could pop up and ruin her day. But it does feel like she has an awful lot of land to expand into. I told you guys I did not like De Gaulle. I thought he was going to get boxed in here, and that seems to be what's happening. Now, the good news for him is no mysticism on Churchill or Stalin. Anyway, so we're just going to next turn for a little bit until people pick new things. Let's see what Stalin goes after agriculture. Stalin is already mining the gems tile here, so that's going to supercharge his early research. Maybe he'll get a religion. That would be interesting. All right, so anyway, Suleiman, polytheism... Stalin and Churchill are about to pick their second tax. Let's see. Churchill hunting. Oh! Stalin! Mysticism! Wow! If I'd known he was going to go for... Stalin's going to found the other religion? Are you kidding me? He's going to found the other religion. What? Wow. That, like, his biggest weakness was not having a way to pop borders, and now he's going to have a way to pop borders. That's impressive. Yeah, I wonder if the gems tile for the win, man. Okay. And Stalin, yeah. Now the one thing is, these two are going to have different religions, which could be interesting because they're going to be close and they're going to be on the same river network. So where the religions spread could be really important. Tell your player to stop remoting into Stalin's game. Not going to be good for De Gaulle though. He's going to be even more cramped over here. All right, let's see what Kathy picks for her next tech. Okay, she did pick agriculture, so that's a good sign. She's not being a complete moron, even if she did pick a dumb initial tech. Oh, look at imperialistic trait, you guys. She takes a poor start and takes a spot that's maybe not so great, but this is the power of imperialistic trait. Now it's like she has a resource connected, even though she doesn't. So her settler, I think she's actually going to be the first one to get a settler out. She's going to be tied with Stalin, it looks like. What? Oh, no. What is this? No! No, okay, never mind. This'll drop when... Yeah, okay. I was like 45 turn settler, but the second pop point hadn't been allocated yet, so it's actually not so bad. It's actually not that bad overall. The only one not working on a settler is Churchill for some reason. I don't know why he's not on a settler. Okay, so let's see. What else did we have? Kathy went agriculture. hunting for Churchill, and Augustus went for hunting as well in these early turns here. Yeah, so Suleiman's going to get this. I wonder if anyone else is going to queue up. No one else is queuing up mysticism, so it looks like unless someone picks it right now, all the religions are going to be gone before it's selected. Yeah, 2 turns polytheism, 3 turns meditation. Churchill went the wheel. Yeah, so it looks like Napoleon's not going to have mysticism. Churchill's not. De Gaulle's not. Augustus is not going to have mysticism. Not out of the gate, at least. But yeah, Adern's about to get Islam on this. Wait, what? He picked Confucianism. What? Oh my god. Stalin picked Islam for his religion. And then that meant that Suleiman couldn't take it, so he took Confucianism. Well, that's confusing. That's going to be a little bit confusing here. Islam Stalin, apparently, and Confucianist Suleiman. Sure, okay. Yeah, Stalin has no religious preference, so he can just get whatever. Also building a monument in a city that's a holy city, so I don't know about that, but... Alright, and then they'll both convert to their religions. Alrighty. Now, what does that do to their relationship? Do they already have a malice between each other? Okay, Napoleon does not like Churchill and Augustus Caesar already. There's a -1 between them. Their peace weight's similar, though. I think Stalin is... Isn't Stalin like a 1 or a 2, and Suleiman's a 4? It's more consequential here, just because Adern's going to pop borders in 18 turns. And Napoleon's not going to have... And he's going to lose that tile, and Augustus is going to lose that tile. So, yeah, border tension for everybody, apparently. Stalin 2, Suleiman 4. Yeah, that sounds right. Thanks for clarifying. All right. And then, like, everybody... And Stalin's going early bronze working, which he does not... well, okay, now here... This could be... This is in, like, the good news, bad news category. Because Stalin has a holy city here. The borders will pop in 17 turns. He's going to have copper in 17 turns. I don't know if that's good. It does mean he might build early military, and he might be able to kill someone who has no metals. That's the dream, is he connects early metal, he builds axes, he hits someone who has no metal, and he just gets a conquest on, like, turn 90, and then he wins the game easily. That's the dream scenario. The downside is he might build axes instead of expanding, and he might also just chuck axes into someone who also has copper, and just hurls axes into, like, city walls for 50 turns. That could be bad. Yeah, Suleiman does not have a copper resource. So, yeah, if he goes after Suleiman, Suleiman will have iron. He'll have iron because the capitalist borders will pop in 30 turns. He'll have iron, but he won't have copper. So, yeah, if Napoleon or Stalin copper declare war on Suleiman, Suleiman's dead. And then he's definitely first to die. So, yeah, a lot of possibilities there. Elsewhere, okay, so Kathy did go animal husbandry. That's the tech choice she needed. Suleiman early pottery. I don't think I agree with that. Suleiman, I think, needs animal husbandry because he has a pig's resource at his capital. Although he did farm it for... This is like a mini resource, a 4 food tile, so, like, that's not awful. But he really needs animal husbandry. And Augustus went wheel. Churchill went wheel. Wheel's always a good tech to pick up. Unfortunately for Churchill, he's already getting unhealthiness here from the floodplains. He really needs to pop his borders. And de Gaulle is on hunting, which doesn't really do anything for him. Anyway, we're about to have settlers, so let's go watch and see. Napoleon on archery. Let's see where they go. So yeah, Kathy just finished a settler. Here, I'll put this on the domestics view because we'll be able to see Stalin is about to finish one. A whole bunch of people are about to finish settlers. We do have multiple... Oh, wow, Churchill. I didn't know he was doing a... Oh, wow, okay, Churchill, all that food. That was a fast settler with... He also has the mini resource there. Corn, sheep. So we'll turn that back on. I think Kathy was the first to finish. Although she apparently decided to have her settler stand in place this turn. Okay. Kathy, you do need to move the settler. You do need to move the settler. Miss Kathy there. All right, Stalin's going east, which is probably the correct decision for him. Good news for Kathy, I guess. Bad news for Suleiman. And who else just finished? We also have Augustus just finished a settler as well, and Churchill just finished a settler. Okay, Kathy is... What is she doing? Why is she not moving this? Kathy, I picked you to win. Okay, there we go. I guess she was worried about barbarians. Still no barb cities on the map just yet. So Augustus is going west with this settler. Stalin is... Wait, he was going east. He turned around. I suppose there is a chance Stalin could lose the settler to this barb archer. I guess there's a very small chance that could happen. He just got bronze working as well. Now he's going masonry. Is he trying to go for another religion? That would be crazy if he did that. No, he just going masonry. He must have, he has the stone resource. Okay, so Augustus is actually the first of 3 cities. I mean, this is a kind of a bold play for Augustus to put a city here. Note that his archer did go down to 1.6 health, so a worse dice roll could have seen this unit die. But he's breaking out of the corner a little bit, which is good. Suleiman, where's Suleiman's settler going? Suleiman's going towards Stalin. Gonna settle something over here. And Churchill's settler... Where is Churchill's settler? Oh, okay, it's a coastal spot. Well, I guess they can't all be winners. Okay, Nottingham, sure, whatever. Ankara is... Augustus has already... Yeah, I saw you guys. He already did the Great Wall. So no barb troubles for him. He's also going to get a very early Great Spy. So, okay. Very, very early Great Wall. I guess it was pretty cheap with Industrious plus Stone. I guess it wasn't very expensive to build that. So, sure, why not? Not actually that big. Honestly, I don't hate the play because he built it in like 5 turns. And now he doesn't have to worry about barbarians. They'll stay out of his borders. So I actually don't hate that play. Stalin's... Okay, his archer did survive. Did not die. He better watch out, though, because there's a de Gaulle settler coming down here. Like, if he doesn't move this settler forward, he might get bounced by de Gaulle here. Yeah, with all this southern tundra, as I said, I don't hate that play. I don't think it's that bad. Where did Okay, Kathy's settler... I like Kathy sending her settler down here, because this is a much more fertile region. She does need to get wheel tech, though, to connect this stuff together. Yeah, let's see what happens with this Stalin de Gaulle little standoff here. Okay, now Stalin's not... Neither one of them are seeded leaders, so de Gaulle actually moves first between the two of them. Who's going to settle first? This is pretty interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, de Gaulle is breaking out of his corner of the map. He is exposing himself to some danger here. Definitely exposing himself to some dangers, you guys. That border tension situation is looking... I mean, to de Gaulle's credit, he is moving out of this corner. But let's just say there might be some conflict here, you guys. There might be some tension between these leaders. Anyway, we had a quest to look at the capitals. I usually do that on like turn 25. This is a little bit later. Kathy over here has... let me turn on the resources. She's connected the corn. She's mined the hill tiles. This does not look amazing, but it's like, okay. And by the way, where's Napoleon's settler? Okay, Napoleon's settler is probably founding on this hill tile. Napoleon's hooked up his resources. He has a pretty monstrous food hammer production. He needs some happiness, though. Problem for him is everything beyond his capital is looking rough. And look, he's going bronze working, so he's gonna have the copper connected super early, which again could be good or it could be disastrous. A lot of variability in terms of how that goes. I actually think Augustus's capital looks pretty solid. The 2 seafood, the stone has not been that bad of a choice. He's outputting, yeah, 10 production per turn. With the imperialistic bonus, he can build settlers super fast. There's a lot of imperialistic leaders in this game. The capital of Suleiman is about what you'd expect. He has the farmed pig tile, and then he's working a bunch of forests. Stalin's capital is only size 3. Oh, I guess the problem for Stalin is he needs more food. Why has he not grown his capital to a bigger size? I don't like what he's doing here. This is a mismanaged capital. He's also going Stonehenge. What the? That's a Stonehenge with no stone. He's also... setting this up for starvation. What a strange decision. De Gaulle's capital to turn the resources back on. It looks solid. Connected his resources. Anyway, well, Stalin still has to put his settler down. And Kathy, I think, is finally going to get her city down over here, too. Yeah. Looks like a good spot. Floodplains, agriculture resource. Going to be a nice college. Low production, but a nice commerce city. So it looks pretty solid on another settler. Again, she needs to go wheel as like her important tech. For all that Stalin looked good, wait, where's his settler? Did he lose a hold on, did he lose a settler? No, it's still there. But it's on an archer that has 0.7 health. So I mean, he'll promote this and heal it, but where's his next city? You guys, he's not building another settler, you guys. What is Stalin doing? He's not training another settler, you guys. Napoleon also settled on this hill tile. Again, a good spot, but he must expand borders. He has to get a way to pop the borders, because the floodplains are in the second ring. The rice tile is in the second ring. If he can't pop the borders, the city is useless. It's not even on a river or anything like that. Anyway. You guys think Stalin's going to queue up another settler? I mean, okay. So he picked this Yekaterinburg. A lot of border tension here. We'll just say a lot of border tension in this section of the map here. I mean, Stalin's not currently building a settler. I mean, okay. Hopefully for his sake he will. We have our first Barb City, which is over here. Again, where the Barb Cities pop up is pretty random from game to game. So we're probably not going to have anything happen until the next. We can follow where Augustus's settler goes. Okay, Kathy went bronze working. That's a mistake for her. She needed to go wheel. She desperately needs to connect her cities together. Because like she has these resources, but she can't use them until she connects that. So her economy is going to be garbage until she connects. I guess she has some commerce coming in, but it's not a lot. So that was a mistake. Let's see, Churchill. Okay, de Gaulle, mysticism. Well, that's good. He'll finally be able to expand borders with mysticism there, so that's smart. And then Augustus Caesar bronze working is he'll be able to connect his copper as soon as the borders pop, which is not going to take long. So we're going to have a number of civs with early copper connection. As I said, if Napoleon's hoping he can hit somebody with the copper, he won't be able to hit Augustus. He might be able to hit Suleiman. Suleiman does need to go ironworking early in this game. He's in some danger until he can get to ironworking. The early religion, though, I do think is helping him a good bit. Because, like, he's kind of culturally crushed here. By the way, he's also made a lot of space for Churchill. He has not gone north at all yet. Leaving some extra space for Churchill. All right, Augustus Caesar just finished a settler. No, de Gaulle is not beelining monotheism. He's going back to pottery tech there. Wait, where is Augustus? Okay, Augustus' settler is going north, which seems like a good decision. Oh, never mind. Now, why did his settler go here, instead of just literally walking on the road? Who knows? Anyway, Stalin just finished Stonehenge at a super early date. Like, that is a very early Stonehenge. So he'll get a profit for his shrine. He's also going to pop these borders ridiculously fast. I mean, he's going to hit the 500 culture mark in like 25, 30, about 30 turns, maybe a little less than that, 25 to 30 turns. He'll pop the borders again. So first they're going to pop out to here, and then they'll pop out to here. A lot of culture. As I mentioned, he's going to have the copper connected too, really soon, because he already has bronze working. Stalin cultural victory incoming. That's less likely, but he has no settlers in production, you guys. He does not have any settlers in production, which is I don't know. So it's like Napoleon just finished a settler. Augustus has one out on the map. Suleiman is building one. Churchill, I believe, just finished one. Yeah, and de Gaulle was building de Gaulle's almost got one done. Kathy just finished a settler, which is apparently going to the west coast. I think she's going to settle this spot, which is, or maybe the clams. She's apparently going to settle over here, which is whatever. I would prefer her going east with that settler, but I guess it's all right. A little bit concerned for her economy because she really, really needs to get the wheel tech. She really needs wheel pottery, to be honest, because she doesn't have anything that adds commerce. but she definitely has a lot of room. She also could have helped her economy by going to the gold tile. That would basically have salvaged her early economy just by going there. The screen is a bit cut off on the left side, people are saying. Oh, you are right. It is very slightly cut off, but thank you for letting me know. So I'm a little concerned that Stalin's not expanding a bit more. Anyway, so we saw Augustus just planted this spot here, which is not especially great. Another city that desperately needs to pop borders to be relevant. I'm just looking to see when is Stalin going to actually put a city down. He has not been doing it so far. A lot of border tension so far. Who else? There's someone else who had a settler out. I'm trying to remember. Churchill did, that's right. He's escorting it with a warrior, which is a little dicey, but he is going to the gold tile. Is that a barbarian up there? No, that's just one of his warriors. Is he going to settle on the gold? The AIs, they love settling on gold resources. Okay, just why? Just, again, why? He has also just made it impossible to ever claim this fish tile. Because you can't settle... no, that's not true. You could settle on this resource here. I thought for a minute, because you can't settle here, 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 here. But that is still a valid tile. Okay. And de Gaulle is apparently moving... Okay, de Gaulle. I mean, this is just getting a little wild. This part of the map here. Okay. Hey, remember how you guys said you didn't think anyone was... Somebody said in the chat, oh, but come on, there's no way anyone's going to fight de Gaulle. He's got, his neighbors aren't going to be in a conflict with him. I'm like, I don't know about that. He has managed to squeeze out a little more territory for himself than I would have thought. Now, Stalin, again, is still not building a settler. I don't know what he's doing. He's researching the wheel. He can't connect his copper until he has wheel tech. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, did I expect Stalin to get one of the first two religions and then build Stonehenge? No, I did not. I did not expect that to happen. Meanwhile, over here, Suleiman planted this city, and Suleiman does have mysticism, so he's going to build a monument and then push out the borders in this direction. Again, I wouldn't say Suleiman looks that bad. His opening's gone reasonably well. Meanwhile, Napoleon has now settled another city in this direction. And Napoleon is connecting his copper right now. So axe, spear. He's definitely building the metal units right now. He already has that connected. And then similarly, Augustus should be connecting his copper very shortly too. This is going to be a powder keg of a game, to be sure. Anyway, did Kathy build another settler? I'm curious. Yes, she did. Will she research the wheel, though? If she doesn't research wheel, she's going to be in not a great situation here. She's also apparently getting a lot of barb archers over here, but the AI gets so many bonuses against barbarians on deity. I don't think this city is likely to fall or anything like that. Anyway, Augustus just finished bronze working, as Napoleon did as well. As I said, I'm sure we're going to see a Roman worker run. And then here comes another Roman settler heading north. Just see that Kathy cleans up these barbs, as indeed she did. Again, AI gets 1 billion bonuses against barbarians, and now she's walking east. I'm just waiting to see if she doesn't pick wheel for her next tech, she's in a lot of trouble. Because her economy is starting to go down because she can't connect resources. She went all the way to bronze working. She does not have bronze. I mean, she needs to do either wheel or fishing. She definitely doesn't need mysticism because she's got creative trait. And then we're about to see Augustus drop another city over here. Somewhere over here. Suleiman's actually the score leader for what it's worth, although he is pretty cramped here. Is Stalin building a settler, you guys? No, he is not. Stalin is not building a settler, you guys. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing. Why is he not building settlers? There's a reason why I was skeptical. I love the starting position, but I did not trust the leader. And now Kathy... Okay, Kathy is going the wheel. Now, is it great that she needs 8 turns to research the wheel? No. I think she's going for this gold resource, though. Oh, and Napoleon has also settled another city. The problem is I'm worried that Napoleon just stops settling at this point and begins plotting war. He's not plotting war at the moment. And he is building another settler. So he'll get at least 6 cities out of this. Again, love the starting position, but if let me put it this way. If this were Kublai Khan and not Napoleon, Kublai Khan, of course, is creative. He's aggressive creative. I would have picked Kublai Khan from this position to win in a heartbeat. But the fact that Napoleon cannot expand his borders is just such a massive cause for concern. It's like this city is basically useless. This city stinks without... This city here, the resources are in the second ring. The floodplains are in the second ring. This city here, the horses, the food bonus, they're all in the second ring. If he just would build something that let him expand the borders, like he's crippled so badly by that, it's a real problem for him. And Churchill is also in a position now. He badly needs to pop the borders because this city, Tours, is about to pop the borders, and then it's going to grab these tiles away from York. And then it's also going to grab this gold resource away as well. Yeah, Napoleon, I mean, if a religion would spread, that would help. I mean, he's very close to 2 different religions. How these religions spread is also going to be a pretty big deal. Anyway, let's see where Kathy puts down this city. I wouldn't be shocked if she settles on the gold. More likely she settles this tile here, because she probably knows. She also can see the... she finished bronze working, so she can see the copper tile. I'm just curious where she's going to put this down. Oh, right there. Okay, well, she'll be able to connect the gold. That'll help her economy. She just needs to limp to wheel. She just finished yet another settler. For some reason, there's no defender in Novgorod. I have no idea what's going on there. And she's probably going to get this eventually. Because Stalin apparently has decided he just doesn't want to build settlers. I do not know what he's doing. He has 3 cities. He has no settlers in production. I don't understand what the heck he's doing here. He has not connected his copper yet. But this is strange, to say the least. Early priesthood. Yeah, his tech choices are so bizarre in this game. But with Stalin just off in idiocy land and Napoleon refusing to pop his borders, I just feel like Kathy's going to get a lot of... Now, that Barb City popping up is an annoyance for her. 2 Barb Cities. So that's not great for Kathy, but I do think she's going to get a lot of territory. Because who else is going to get it over here? Anyway. Maybe Napoleon. He's building another settler slowly over here. Alright, let's zoom out and do our turn 50 check. There's another... Yeah, I mean, Augustus can also technically plot war as well. He's not plotting war right now. And that is why I was worried about Napoleon. Turn 50, he's already plotting war. The question is he going after Suleiman? The other question is, I mean, so this is like the huge risk, huge reward for Suleiman. Yeah, he is annoyed with Suleiman. He's also annoyed with Augustus. If he can make this work, there is the potential for him to run over the map and just win the game. But there's also the potential that he just is slamming axes into a city that has 40% cultural defense or whatever, and that he just goes nowhere, and his game is completely torpedoed. Suleiman does not have a unit better than archers right now. He will be able to connect the horses as soon as he finishes animal husbandry, but he needs ironworking to be able to train metal units. He has an iron in his territory, but he does not have ironworking. So we'll see. He actually doesn't need... Whoa, he doesn't even have mining tech yet. Holy cow. So he is a long way away. I will go so far as to say if Napoleon attacks Augustus, his game is completely ruined. And Augustus, by the way, is about to settle right here. But if he attacks Suleiman, he has a real shot here. I think those are the only 2 possibilities. I mean, technically, he's also annoyed with Churchill, but I cannot see that he's attacking Churchill right now. Suleiman does have archery, I believe. That's a good question. He actually might not have archery tech. No, he does have archery. Good question. Anyway, let's look at our graphs real quick early in the game. So Stalin is leading in GMP, which is not a surprise. This is... Wow, Napoleon's economy is abysmal. He's barely above the observer civ. Production, everybody's pretty close. De Gaulle is a little bit behind. Food, it looks like de Gaulle is the food leader. Wow, Napoleon's last in food. Power, Napoleon's first in power. Suleiman's last in power. I'm a little concerned for you, Suleiman, there. And then culture, Stalin is... Stalin being tops in culture is just shocking to me. Early Stonehenge, early religion. He is still not building a settler, you guys. I am running out of words for what he's doing. If you're curious about beaker rate, Churchill is at 15. Augustus is at 7. Cathy's at 9. Cathy's actually doing a little better than I thought. De Gaulle's at 13. Napoleon's at 7. And Stalin... Okay, Stalin's the tech leader right now at 22. Suleiman's at 13. Okay. Stalin's playing Civ4. Yeah, he seems to think he's playing Civ4. Four-city tradition and all that. Anyway, Napoleon's tops in power. How is Cathy second in power? She doesn't have a metal resource. She apparently has built a lot of archers. Well, there goes... she has another settler headed out right now, too. That's annoying for Cathy. She doesn't want that. So she is starting to get trolled by barbarians. Like these two down here, not that big of a deal. Obviously, she'd prefer not to have them. This one, Hunt, is actually a pain in the butt for her. That said, it is on flat ground, so it's relatively easy to capture. Visigoth's on flat ground. Zapotek's on flat ground. She needs to connect. If she gets iron working, she'll be able to kill those cities. She still needs to get the wheel, though. Still needs to get the wheel, though. All right, anyway. Didn't someone have... Oh, we were waiting to see what Napoleon was doing. And Augustus was about to found a city over here. Now, Augustus, I would like your city a lot more if it were right here on a hill tile. And this feels a lot more dangerous, not being on a hill tile. And Napoleon is apparently war plotting. I don't know where he's building his stack, though. Note that he's dead last in score, which is a little bit concerning. So, yeah, Augustus is expanding well. If he gets left alone, that's going to be awful nice. I don't know if he's going to get left alone, though. Also, Suleiman, what's going on here? What are all these barb archers doing, pillaging through your core? Alright, Suleiman's finally belatedly going for mining, and now he'll be able to at least build chariots. But he's only archers and chariots right now. De Gaulle dropped this city in the corner, which makes sense. So De Gaulle has managed to get out to 5 cities. Churchill's still only on the 4. I thought he had another settler out, but maybe it turned around. Oh, no, there it is. It's going north. Going to the Arctic, which is pretty bare. Not much up there, but better than not having a city. Churchill just kind of wants to stay out of trouble and get ignored. Problem for him is this city's going to pop its borders, and then Hastings is going to lose those tiles, just as York just lost these tiles, and like, yeah. York not looking so hot at this point. Churchill, get mysticism tech, buddy. All right, so Stalin's going ironworking. He's building the Oracle. What is he doing? Where is his settlers? Stalin, what are you doing? Stalin still does not... Why is he going ironworking? I'm very confused about this dude. All right. Suleiman would not plot war. De Gaulle, does he have iron connect? No, he does not have metal connected, so he would never plot war this early either. Catherine doesn't. Augustus, I guess, could be plotting war. It looks like it's just Napoleon. All right. I don't see where a stack is located. Is he still war plotting? Apparently he is. Anyway. Meanwhile, over here... I mean, you look at this and you're like, oh, cool, Stalin's about to settle over here. Nope, that's just a scout. Scout and an archer. Meanwhile, Cathy is walking this way. Cathy finally got the wheel tech, so she can start connecting her cities together. She's also probably going to mine this gold tile soon, which will help her sagging economy out. 9-turn masonry is not what you want. Alright, we have our first... So, De Gaulle... Alright, Stalin completes the Oracle as De Gaulle converts to Islam. That's Stalin's religion. So that's probably bad for... Probably bad for Suleiman that De Gaulle has gotten Stalin's religion instead of his. Suleiman actually looks reasonably strong at this point. The big problem for him is he just needs to get metal. He needs to get metals connected. He also needs to settle more of this area over here. If he goes ironworking, then this area becomes pretty nice stuff. Because like score-wise, he's doing well. And like Stalin's score looks great for right now, but he has freaking 3 cities. In terms of what tech he slingshotted, he took monarchy, so he'll be able to go hereditary rule with that. Did he pick a settler with the Oracle? There's actually no pressure on Chartres yet. There's no pressure on the center tile, and because this city already has religion and a monument, this city's not going to flip. It's very, very unlikely to flip here. Stalin would need to pop the borders again in St. Petersburg to put culture on that tile. And by then, that city will have enough culture. So Chartres is not going to control its own first ring, but it's unlikely to flip. It's just going to be kind of squeezed. De Gaulle does have room for another city over here. De Gaulle's doing a little better than I thought. Him getting this city was pretty big for him. I mean, he's getting squeezed badly, but Churchill's getting squeezed even more. Again, Churchill, go, Churchill, don't research iron. Well, actually, Churchill getting ironworking is not a bad play, because he needs that for safety. Stalin, I think, is in anarchy this turn. Anyway, Kathy's about to drop a city up here. She's apparently trying to attack these archers with her own archers, which is... Oh, no, never mind. The settler turned around and walked backwards for some reason. AI sometimes has trouble making up its own mind. She's finally connecting her cities with roads, which will help her out economically. And Napoleon is still building more military units. And he hasn't not gathered them into a big stack anywhere, though. Meanwhile, there's more barbed cities. How many settlers does Kathy have at the moment? Well, she settled down here, this spot. Maybe she turned around in the north because this spot strained her finances a little bit. Yeah, Kathy's economy is hurting. It's unfortunate for her that she went for masonry. She really needed to go for pottery with her next tech. Oh, I see. Stalin's apparently trying to capture this barbed city with a bunch of archers and warriors. Even if he gets this one, though... never mind. She settled up here. Okay, she settled... That's why her economy is bad, because she just settled 2 more cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On 7 cities already. That's... I mean, she still has room. Quite a bit of room to expand, too. Well, let's see if anyone actually attacks this barbed city. Apparently, no, not yet. I think it's gonna take more than archers and warriors to capture that spot. By the way, thanks for resubscribing, Nabuxo. So anyway, Stalin is he plotting war? He's not. He's trained. This is the danger of the early copper, you guys, because he's investing a lot of production in axes and whatnot, but he's not expanding. Stalin needs to capture this barbed city like super badly to be relevant in this game. I don't know what he's doing. Why has he not built settlers? This is so weird. I don't get it. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just very, very confused. Meanwhile, Augustus settled this spot over here. So Augustus is doing a nice job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He also has 7 cities, just like Kathy, over at the other corner of the map. And he's got... I mean, Augustus's game is basically, will Napoleon slam into him in like the next 10 turns with a bunch of axes? Because if not, then Augustus is looking solid. And Suleiman is just trying to make his way to bronze, to ironworking, which he needs to get a source of metal. He also apparently had his horses disconnected by barbs, which makes his situation even more precarious. Oh, there it is, a settler. Unto us a settler is born. Meanwhile, de Gaulle is about to connect his metal. I believe he has bronze working, right? De Gaulle does have bronze working tech, right? Yes, so he'll be connecting the copper, and then he'll be able to train axes and whatnot. This poor city, York. Churchill, go get mysticism or something here. Is there iron in Augustus's area? Good question. Normally for most civs that's not that relevant, but for him it's Praetorians. There's an iron over here. This is his closest source. So, and then there's another one in the deep tundra. So he can potentially get iron, but he will need to sell another city for it. Beyond what he has right now. Stalin has the same build preferences as Bismarck and Peter. Oh, well, that was a little earlier than I was expecting. But, alright, first war. This is great news for Augustus. Bad news for Suleiman. The problem is, it's really hard to crack 40% cultural defenses, even if your opponent only has archery. So, for Napoleon, the game is afoot. He has to conquer territory off Suleiman. If he does that, then his game's off and rolling. I'm just concerned this city has 40% cultural defenses. I'm a little concerned that he's going to be able to get through here. But he is attacking into someone who only has chariots and archers, so he's going to have a shot. You know he's going to take his chance here. 5 axes in a dream, right? It actually might be bad having the the horses though, because if Suleiman trains chariots, that's actually bad. He wants to be just building archers. All right, yeah, he has 2 archers in here. I mean, I think that wins. The problem is if he gets one, if Napoleon wins, like, I mean, it's only 1 axe, 2 spears, and an archer. The problem is if Napoleon wins a dice roll at like 5% odds, which absolutely can happen, suddenly the city can be lost because the chariot's just useless on defense. That is a city garrison 2 archer though, which is going to be tough to crack. It's a good thing for Suleiman he has a holy city here. Without the holy city, he'd be in a lot of trouble. There is a trailing stack, so if he waits for these archers, these axes to come in as well, the odds go up. And the issue is if he waits for them, it also gives more time to send like this archer into Idern. No, that attack did not succeed. All it did was promote the 2 archers. See, like, this is the danger with Napoleon. He attacks too early, attacks too soon. Now, it's great news for Augustus. It's really good news for Augustus. I thought that the war would be Napoleon slamming axes into Augustus. Instead, he's slamming them into Suleiman. That said, Suleiman could get attacked by Stalin as well. So Stalin is also war plotting here. He's cautious with a bunch of people. So he's actually pleased with de Gaulle. So that could reduce the odds of attacking de Gaulle, but it also could mean that he's... I mean, they have a lot of border tension here. I would say the most likely target is probably Suleiman because of the religious difference, but this much border tension is a lot this early in the game. A lot. Yes, did Stalin cancel that settler or did he whip it? No, he finished it. He whipped it out, apparently. So he does have a settler on the map. I don't know. I mean, he could probably take Chartres pretty easily. It doesn't even control its own first-ring tiles. Interesting. Apparently he just thought he had enough for the moment. And this Barb City, apparently Stalin turned around and walked away with these units here. Interesting. Anyway, Augustus, I don't suppose he's plotting war. No, he's not. I wouldn't have expected so. All right, well, let's see what Stalin decides to do. I will say if it's an early 2v1 against a settler and 2 workers on this tile. An early 2v1 against Suleiman, if he doesn't have any metals connected, is, I mean, that's a game over situation. Also, if he were to lose this city, he would also lose access to iron. So anyway, I don't think Napoleon's going to have a lot of trouble breaking through here. But maybe if Stalin joins him, that would certainly mean that Suleiman's first to die, which would make a lot of you guys very happy, given the situation here. And then it's like long-term lurking in the background is like Augustus is building up and Kathy's building up. Both of them in the background are like developing quietly right now. Kathy won't expand, I think, until she gets her economy a little bit more in order. But sooner or later, I think she'll go pottery, and then she'll have her economy back on track. She needs ironworking also for metal units. But Kathy not having metal units is actually a good thing for the most part. It gives her time to just build up in peace here. No, I mean, Kathy, I think, stopped for the moment because she had to get her economy in order. But as soon as she connects this gold resource, she'll have the economy to expand. She actually has a settler in Vladivostok right now. I think she just didn't. But, like, Stalin's war plotting. He's not going to put another settler over on Kathy's borders. Napoleon... He's in a war. He's not going to expand. So any territory along Kathy's borders, she probably, I mean, if she gets these Barb cities, she could easily get out to like 10 cities, 11, 12 cities. She already has 7. She could just keep growing. And the same thing for Augustus. This is fantastic. Could not be better for Augustus. Napoleon and Suleiman are fighting. They won't expand, either of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. He also has 7 cities. He can expand down here. He could take the Barb cities. There's room for another spot up here. Fantastic situation for Augustus. I don't know what's going on with Churchill over here. I'm really curious what Stalin's going to do. Like, is he attacking de Gaulle? I don't know what he's trying to do. Stalin's gameplay has been utterly mystifying to me in this game. I do not have the faintest idea what he's been trying to do. His settler is moving down here. So he will get a 4th city. And I guess he's building the pyramids, I guess. I mean, this stack looks like maybe he's going to go take this Barb city here. Although this spot, if he takes it, it's going to be pretty crushed by Kathy's culture. I don't know. Let's at least see where he plants this city. Napoleon has not moved another stack in just yet. I'm also waiting to see if Suleiman goes ironworking, and Kathy is going pottery. Similarly, Augustus also needed pottery. I haven't been following Augustus's tech path as closely, but Augustus did need pottery as well, pretty badly. Napoleon's trying... So, like, Napoleon's built up a new stack, but if Suleiman is smart, he'll have a bunch of archers ready by the time it gets there. We'll see. Maybe he'll be dumb enough not to put, like, 5 archers in that city. Okay, so Stalin put this city here. Finally gets to 4 cities. And now he's building another cell. I mean, like, Stalin, the map's, like, you maybe can get one more spot. The map's pretty full at this point, bud. Pretty full, though. Did Kathy move that settler that was running around? Worker... Where did she send that set? She had a settler. Did she delete it? That would have been very silly. Oh, I think she's not... maybe she either deleted it or lost it. That was dumb. She might get some fail gold on pyramids, which wouldn't be the worst thing for her. Be interesting to see who gets that Barb City. Anyway, so Napoleon's moving back in. Suleiman should definitely chop this forest tile. I mean, that's not going to have it. Well, wait, how is there only 1 archer in this city? What the heck? Does he seriously have 1 archer in his border city that's a freaking holy city? He has all these units up here. Oh, surely he's not going to lose this because he has 1 archer in his border city. There's no way that that's going to happen, right? Surely. Well, so Stalin gets his shrine. I mean, I don't know why Suleiman is defending with chariots as opposed to archers. Apparently he's stuffing chariot after chariot into this city, and he has 3 archers doing nothing up here. I mean, he's gonna get another archer in here, but this city absolutely could fall because there's multiple, there's 2 axes here, and then the spears will actually get odds on the chariots. So this city could actually fall here. Oh my god. Suleiman, what are you doing? 1 archer! 1 archer in his holy city on the border. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's it. Suleiman's dead at this point. Like, that's basically the end of the game for Suleiman. Like, just how? 3 archers and the city is totally safe. Freaking 3 archers. He put 1 archer in his border city that had already been attacked. Unbelievable. And now he's researching monotheism instead of ironworking. Unreal. Oh boy, wow, that is just that's just unreal. Yeah, anyway, it does mean Napoleon and Stalin now have different religions, which could be significant. I just cannot get over how incompetent that defense was. Anyway, Stalin also finished a settler there. De Gaulle planted this city in the far north, and Augustus is trying to take this Barb city. He has an axe hacking away at it. Alright, looks like Augustus is about to get this because he just killed another Barb unit there. Alright, and Kathy apparently just charioted her way through that Barb city, which is pretty significant for her. When it said it was captured by the Russians, I thought Stalin had taken it, but no. She apparently just fought her way through with... there's an archer here with 10 XP. So she has apparently unlocked the heroic epic with this archer. And then now she was not connecting her gold resource because the Barb City was right there. At least I think that's why. So I would expect her now to connect the... I would expect her to connect that gold resource, which will help her economy. And she's developing pottery. I know she's down in score right now, but I do think there's a lot of potential here. Okay, Suleiman, is he gonna do anything? Or just sit there and, like, passively die in this war? And then also, who is Stalin plotting against? So, apparently he just wanted to found another religion. Okay. Somehow, by the way, de Gaulle is actually the score leader, which I totally thought that would not be the case. Despite being crushed badly on territory, he's actually the score leader. Also has 7 cities. So that's a misread. I have de Gaulle as first to die because I thought he would be squeezed on territory. Well, he is squeezed on territory, but apparently he's still the score leader anyway. I don't suppose he's not plotting war. He is plotting war, but I don't know against who. So Stalin has a big stack here. If he's going after Suleiman, that would be smart. If he goes after De Gaulle, that would not be a smart decision. Remember when you said no one would attack De Gaulle? Don't speak too soon. Because it's okay. I was gonna say it's very possible that Stalin could be attacking him. No, wait, took him by the French Empire. Oh, what the? Wait, what? De Gaulle takes this with a warrior? Are you kidding me? Augustus loses this to a random warrior with 0.1 health? Are you kidding me? That's bizarre. Anyway, it looks like Stalin is attacking Suleiman, which means Suleiman is going to be first to die. And those of you who predicted it, kudos on nailing that. Because I did not think... I thought Napoleon... So my read was I thought Napoleon would attack Augustus, but it looks like he's attacking Suleiman. Anyway, this should be the end of Suleiman here. Because he just got Stalin as well. So Stalin, after brain farting his way through the early game, is now making some much better moves. He finally got some additional settlers out. And Suleiman is 100% the right target. So Suleiman is very, very dead. He could have held against Napoleon if he had just built the right units, but with no medals and in a 2v1, he has absolutely no shot here. Great season for the Ottomans. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like the start was as bad as some people thought. You know what actually killed him? It was this horse resource. This horse resource killed him. Look at the stack he built. He just trained 6 chariots. Like, he just invested all this production into chariot after chariot. He has another 2 chariots over here. They're very weak units. Like, that's just a disaster to go all that production into chariots. And, like, that's why he wasn't able to defend, because he had too much production in stupid chariots. Although I guess these chariots might be able to take this back again from Stalin. I mean, it's not very well defended. There is some spears. I don't know. This still seems very strange to me. Suleiman doing the Hattie, yeah. And they're just not good units is the problem. Like, they just don't really kill defending units very well at all. One archer in a city on a hill just, like, kills 3 chariots at a time. Now, in his defense, he didn't have metal resources. I mean, like, look, again, there's 2 archers in this city. The chariots are useless. The city has walls and 50% defenses, but that doesn't matter because there's only 1 archer that's full strength. Napoleon's just going to eat his way right through that. Well, kudos to Napoleon. He jumped on the weak target, and Suleiman's defense has been just abysmal in this game. So, yeah, Napoleon certainly stock up for Napoleon. It is a little bit concerning, though, that he has a different religion from Stalin, because that means he is likely to come into conflict with Stalin over religious tension. But we could be looking at, like, a pre-turn 100 exit here for Suleiman. Poor guy. And Churchill, yeah, Churchill got a religion that no one else is following. He got the minority religion of Suleiman. All right. Interesting game, to say the least. Oh, never mind. Kathy actually is finally going to have a metal resource here. I didn't think that she would get this copper because it's so far away from her, but yeah, she cleaned out the Barb City, and so now she will connect the copper, which could be bad if it causes her to plot war early, but it could be good if it causes her to capture these Barb Cities, which she's actively trying to take. She killed one of the Barb Archers in here, and yeah, she killed, I don't know, I think she maybe killed one over there. That said, Stalin and Napoleon are definitely going to be swelled in size from this war by taking out these very, very lightly defended Suleiman cities, who continues to build chariots. You know, the best thing that could happen for Suleiman would be if Napoleon walked over here and pillaged the horses, because then he'd just build archers instead. And De Gaulle and Stalin on map. I wonder if what is De Gaulle planning in this game is like my question. He's not plotting war. He's just like chilling here with this incredibly border tension situation here. But for the moment, we'll keep watching this. Now there are 4 archers in Istanbul, so maybe that city will be able to make a stand. At least Napoleon was smart enough to cross the river. He's got a lot of axes, but like. Remember how I said he had 4 archers? He just moved an archer out of the city as it comes under attack. And he's building more chariots frantically. Like, dude, why the chariots? Just, I don't know. So many stupid chariots. They don't even do anything. All right, well, here comes... So Kathy has picked up Napoleon slash former Suleiman's religion. So that also could be problematic for Stalin, because now Kathy and Napoleon and Augustus all are running this religion. There are only 3 archers that... Like, why all the freaking chariots? He's still building chariots. Oh my god. Why would you build chariots in a city that's under assault? I think Istanbul is going to get captured. I don't know who's going to get it. It actually matters a great deal if it's Napoleon who takes this versus Stalin. Or if they get stalled out here for a little while. Yeah, see, the problem is all the archers died. There's, like, if you had just spammed... Like, what is this archer doing up here? Why is there an archer outside the city walls? There's only 1 archer in this city, and it's been damaged. And there's another one. Like, the city's going to have 2 archers. There's no way that can stand up. What if the 5 chariots in the city were all archers? The city would actually hold. Or at the very least, it would be a total bloodbath. But no, instead, the city's going to get captured here. Because the chariots don't get defensive bonuses. They're terrible defenders. Alright, Stalin gets the capital. Very big. There are no wonders in there, but, like, still pretty significant. And Suleiman has 1 city left. Buddhism. Stalin, what is he doing? He's founding all these religions. So weird. So weird. Alright, well, that's a big pickup for Stalin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It still only takes him to 6 cities, though, which is not a lot. Just curious if Kathy is still looking to settle. Nope, she has no settlers out on the map at the moment, so she's not looking to expand further. I think she's trying to expand by capturing the Barb cities, because she's been attacking the Barb cities with chariots. Anyway, Napoleon's finally on mysticism. Hooray. Oh, you're right. He has another city back here. Still think he's going to be dead before turn 100, though. I guess it's good for... Okay, yeah. I guess it's good for Churchill City that he'll be able to pop borders once there are no Ottomans over here. Hey, on the plus side, he can't train... Suleiman can't train chariots anymore. No more chariots for him. So, doesn't have to worry about that. I was wondering if De Gaulle... Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if Augustus was about to capture a Barb city, because I thought he was trying to take some of the Barb cities. He got very unlucky that De Gaulle took this spot over there with a freaking warrior, because it looks like Avar is going to get captured. And he still does not have... Still no iron for Praetorians, but... Yeah, and so, like, Napoleon got some extra cities, but he really didn't get that much bigger. It's funny because Napoleon and Stalin both didn't really expand very well, and this kind of, like, pulls them back even with the other leaders. Stalin going early construction, though, is nice. He might actually need that. Oh, this city's not on a hill, is it? That last one is on a hill, though. Now that Bursa will just cram archers in there, I was going to say it might actually take a little while to take this city, but never mind. Napoleon will be able to smack this city with no problem. That's a very large stack from Napoleon. Very large stack. So yeah, he'll be able to take that, no problem. So it looks like Kathy just succeeded in promoting these Barb units down here. She's going to need a little bit more force to take that spot. She's building a lot of axes, though, so I think she wants those Barb cities. Anyway, De Gaulle, are you plotting war? Nope, apparently not. Napoleon will definitely get this city, though. There's just not enough defenders. Doesn't matter that it's got walls or not. When you have this many axes attacking, you can bully your way through the archers. Yeah. So this was like the absolute worst case scenario for Suleiman. He got declared war on. Now that's a nice wonder for Augustus Caesar. He has a lot of coastal cities, doesn't he? How many does he have? 1, 2... Oh, never mind. He has 2 cities. Okay. I thought he had like 3 or 4, but I'm just wrong. So who's going to get the kill credit here for actually taking this last city? If this city had expanded borders one more tile, they wouldn't be able to reach it, but they'll be able to walk around. And It could be Stalin or it could be Napoleon here. And so Stalin has started to open up. I think Stalin's position is definitely better than Napoleon's. Napoleon might be like doing a lot of damage. Oh, Kathy took another Barb City. Yeah, I told you I thought she was working on taking Barb Cities. But like Stalin actually does have kind of an economy behind this with like his shrine and his wonders and whatnot. Napoleon does not really have much in the way of an economy. He pretty much just has units, and his economy is likely to fall off over time. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, it is still a good wonder for, and Churchill has now gone to Islam as well. Okay, so we have like Islam in the north and then Confucianism in the south. Augustus will probably get some more coastal cities, so it's not a bad wonder at all. And since he's industrious, it's not even that expensive for him to take it. All right, now there's only, again, 2 archers in this city. Like, why is this guy just not defended himself better? The stupid chariots. And there's no city walls in here. So anyway, Stalin does get the kill. That is a pre-turn 100 elimination. A very, very early elimination. Come on, where's the message? Stalin also builds Temple of Artemis. What an odd wonder for him to build. All right, he made the correct decision, attack the right AI leader. So he picked up 3 cities from this war. Napoleon also picked up 3 cities. Napoleon got the Holy City, for what it's worth. Okay, yeah. Let's mark it down on our screen. We can look at the graphs in a minute. We're also almost to turn 100, which is a good time to look at that. So a bunch of you people had Suleiman as first to die. He was the favorite. You guys were absolutely correct. I do think that this was a situation that could have played out better for Suleiman and did not, but it didn't go well. He didn't even make it to turn 100 before he was out of the game. And I didn't even make it to turn 100. Stalin gets the kill credit. So a lot of people are going to score a lot of points on that. Good job. And for fantasy purposes, Suleiman gets the first to die point. So that's Mania Muse. And Stalin gets the point for Vicarious. And Stalin's in a good position in this game. I am a little worried about his religious situation long term, but he's in a good spot in this game. He's definitely one of the major players, which is all that you can ask for coming out of like the early game. All right. So that war is now over. And Kathy has another settler here. Yeah, does religion mean it's Stalin de Gaulle versus Catherine Napoleon? Possibly. It is interesting how the religions are breaking down in this game. I was just going to do an overview on turn 100 because we're very close to turn 100. Now, that said, this is still an absolutely crazy patchwork of borders here. With a lot of border tension. So Augustus is still expanding. Oh, no, never mind. That's the Barb City he conquered. But he is building a settler. So he's going to keep expanding down here, too. I'm surprised his score is so low. Oh, it's because he didn't have a border. He didn't have pop borders for ages. That's why his score is like a little bit suppressed compared to where it would be otherwise. Wait, didn't Kathy have a settler up here? Oh, she does. She's about to settle the coast. Or I thought she was about to settle the coast. She had a settler on this tile and then turned around and moved back. Anyway, so yeah, Stalin, score leader. I think his score's a little inflated because he's built an awful lot of wonders. I'm not sure if it's quite as good as it looks at the moment. Also, what is de Gaulle doing? He has a bunch of units in Istanbul. Is he going on the attack? Nope. He might be heading south towards one of these Barb cities, potentially. I don't know. Well, anyway, this is next turn's turn 100, so we'll take a look at that point. All right, I guess Kathy's going to settle that spot on the coast there. Kathy is still building up. I still think her position's pretty good in this game. Obviously, Napoleon... It is funny... Oh, that is a big development. Kathy converts to Islam. That's a big development in this game. That's bad news for Napoleon. Good news for Stalin in this one. Very good news. Yeah. Very, very big news in this game. All right, well, let's do our overview for turn 100 here. Get our graphs real quick. All right, GMP. Stalin is the leader in GMP. We'll look at research rate in a second. He's definitely, a lot of this is culture, but he is the GMP leader. Production is closer. Looks like Churchill is the lagging there. Food is pretty close. Kathy, don't know what she did there. De Gaulle was leading for a while there, although Stalin has now jumped up. Churchill's the last there. Power. Kathy was last, but has now jumped up. Napoleon is still the leader in power, which is not a surprise. Yeah, Stalin has a lot of culture. Somehow, oh, Kathy just off creative culture is second there. If we want to look at beaker rate real quick, Churchill 36. That's actually not even that much. He's running a deficit. He probably had some pyramids fail gold earlier. Problem for Churchill is he's gotten stuck on a limited. He's still in 5 cities. Yeah, he's stuck on very limited city count here. His peace wage situation is not ideal either, but at least he's on the Islamic team, so that kind of helps him. Anyway, looked at Churchill. So 36. Augustus is 33. He's also slightly negative. Kathy's 37. I guess a lot of people right around the 30s. 42 for de Gaulle. Napoleon also 42. Stalin 82. Now he's running a deficit as well. But yeah, that's a lot of beakers. He's definitely accelerated through the early game here. In terms of diplomacy, if you're curious what people are looking like in terms of attitude, so I'm particularly interested in Stalin just because he's in the middle of the map. Let's see, how do people feel about Stalin? I see pleased and pleased from these two. I see a cautious, cautious, cautious. So Churchill doesn't like Napoleon. Augustus doesn't like de Gaulle. De Gaulle doesn't like Augustus. Napoleon doesn't like Churchill. And Stalin doesn't like Augustus here. And we had a request to look at who has open borders with whom. A lot of AIs have open borders. Looks like Napoleon has relatively few and Kathy has relatively few. I think the two of them don't have writing tech yet. De Gaulle doesn't plot it pleased. Okay. Yeah, so de Gaulle will not attack Kathy, Napoleon, or de Gaulle. Wait, what am I? De Gaulle can't... Or Stalin, excuse me. Obviously, de Gaulle can't plot against de Gaulle. We'll just do a quick check here to see if anyone's plotting war. I'm not going to check that often. One of the things people said was we probably checked for war plotting a little too often in the last game. Napoleon's probably most likely to be plotting a war right now. Okay, okay, Churchill. That is not the one I would have expected to be plotting. He doesn't. Apparently, he's most unhappy with Napoleon. I would say that is a very good way to get Napoleon 4 more cities, would be going to war with him. So I would definitely ask you maybe to rethink that if you're Napoleon. Seems like that was maybe not the best decision. Anyway, Napoleon settled another city down here, which I like that he is willing to expand again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities. And he's building another settler. And I think that there's going to be competition over this Barb city as well. I mean, Napoleon, he always has... The question is always, like, can he just get enough economy? Because he definitely builds enough units. That's never the issue. Builds a ridiculous number of units. A sword and a chariot for Kathy over here. And Augustus has a settler, an unescorted settler wandering around. And he settled this city, Arpinum, for the, what's it called? The stone. That's the word I'm looking for. There's the unescorted settler again. Well, Kathy attacked those Barb archers, and apparently it went very poorly. Did Kathy settle... Wait, Kathy settle a city against Napoleon's borders? No, this is just a former Barb city that she took. Or did she settle that earlier? I guess she... No, that's not a Barb city. That's a Russian city name. I guess she settled this earlier. Yeah. Could be some tension between Catherine and Napoleon. Definitely. And this Barb city is still available for capture too. Now, Napoleon's apparently attacking this one, which will auto-raise over the one that actually matters. Pretty interesting game. I do wonder if Stalin is thinking about a cultural... I mean, is that even possible for him? I guess he does have one cultural trait. He feels like he's in culture mode because he's spreading more than one religion. Isn't that one of the signs, is an AI spreading multiple religions? Like, is he trying to go for a cultural victory here? Which just seems so weird. Yeah. Well, this is the Augustus city we saw moving around. I guess he wants a backup source of iron or something. He's building an awful lot of wonders. Like, way more than we're used to seeing from him. Anyway, if I'm watching down here, it's because there's not really anything going on elsewhere. I'm wondering if anyone's going to take one of these barb cities. Napoleon tried to take this one, but wasn't able to break through. Oh, Kathy should try to settle this. Double silver. That's worth settling. Does she have any settlers out, just out of curiosity? That's a worker. There is a settler here, so she might be going for that spot. She has a lot of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 cities already. So, like, even though Napoleon made those conquests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like, Kathy's as large as him, despite not having been to war yet. That said, Napoleon did capture a holy city, which is valuable. And when you capture cities with lots of infrastructure, that means you don't have to build it up from scratch. So it's not quite the same thing. But part of the reason why I liked Kathy is I thought she'd be bigger than anyone else coming out of the land grab phase, and she is. I don't think that Suleiman is dead before turn 100 in every game. Like, imagine this game where Napoleon and Stalin had not each swallowed half of another civ. Like, their positions would be a lot worse. Anyway, the big question, I think, is who Napoleon would be, because Napoleon's going to declare war soon. He's already plotting war. I think his most likely target is Augustus. He's actually +5. Oh, he's got the shared faith with Augustus. Interesting. Okay. He's actually -2. It's funny that +5 with Augustus and -2 with Catherine are the same. He's going after somebody, though. I mean, he has border tension with both. That could be really significant because Napoleon's army is very, very large. And did he research the construction? I'm trying to remember if he went construction. No, he's on the calendar path here. So, like, Napoleon, I don't think is a strong threat to win this game, but, like, the next person he attacks, he's going to ruin their game. If I had to guess, I'd say... Oh, hold on, actually, never mind. Okay, maybe he is going for Churchill. He got a monster stack up here. Maybe he is going for Churchill. Because this is where he's building his stack. I mean, Napoleon, like, his economy is garbage, but that's because he just trains so many units. He just loves training units, this dude. Anyway. So anyway, those barb cities are still hanging out down in the Antarctic. Catherine's still recovering from having a not-so-great early-game economy. Augustus Caesar is similar. Stalin is definitely the tech leader. He just doesn't have as much territory as some of these other AIs. He's apparently not plotting a war at the moment. And de Gaulle has been stronger than I expected in this game. Like, a lot stronger than I expected. I was right that he got squeezed on territory, but apparently it just didn't matter because he's just been strong anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7... And then he got this random city, which is probably helping him. Like, another city. When you're so squeezed on territory, getting one more city is pretty nice. Another stack from Napoleon and Stalin's territory. Where is another stack in Stalin's territory? I don't see anything like that at all. I see one scout, and that's it. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing a stack in Stalin's territory at all. Alright, looks like Kathy is getting serious about taking the Barb City. Because I feel like that's going to be sufficient. Something tells me that's going to be enough to take the Barb City. Yeah. So she got all the Barb Cities on her border. There were 3 of them. She got all 3. Now, I know that, like, Catherine's below de Gaulle in score right now, but you have to just consider de Gaulle is, like, kind of capped out. He can't really get bigger at this point unless he goes to war. Kathy still has a lot of small cities, size 2, size 3, size 5, size 4, 4, 1. Like, once these cities grow up to size, which they should, like, she should overtake him pretty significantly. She has a lot of room to grow her city. Look at all these happiness resources. She has a lot of room to grow her cities. She just needs another, like, 30-ish turns of peace. So, for her sake, I hope she's not plotting war, and she is not. The smartest thing for her to do is spend 30, as I said, 30 turns building up, getting stronger. She has another settler heading down here as well, I guess to settle the silver tiles. Or no, never mind, she turned around and headed backwards. Well, that was silly. She definitely could have afforded that. So yeah, I am curious where Napoleon is going next. And he seems, because he's like the wild card in this game. As I said, I don't think Napoleon's likely to win, but he sure can ruin someone else's game right now. De Gaulle could settle, I mean, where does he, I guess he can settle like one more city in the Arctic, maybe one. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot of room for more cities. Somehow he missed the furs here. And Stalin will be able to build elephants as soon as he finishes horseback riding, so that's a nice tech as well. Oh! Whoa! Napoleon's declared war on Stalin! Whoa! Whoa! I wasn't expecting that! Oh! Those are like two of the biggest leaders in the game right now. Oh man, okay. This is, we might be seeing the outcome of the game right here. Because if Napoleon takes over all of Stalin's, like if Napoleon does this, if he can do this, take over Stalin's territory, he's going to be freaking unstoppable. He will be unstoppable. But the problem for him is Stalin has longbows. And Napoleon does not have catapults yet. See, if we look on the tech screen, Stalin, he has feudalism. He's got longbows. Napoleon, there's no construction tech. Now, he'll probably go for it soonish, but there's no construction tech here. I think he will definitely take Istanbul. There's no question about that. This city does not have any longbows. There's only 20% defense. This stack takes that. But I think this war stalemates after that. I think, let me just make a prediction here. I could be totally wrong. I think that this war is a stalemate, and I think it drags down Stalin, and I think it drags down Napoleon. I think that they both lose from this. Whereas if Napoleon had gone after Churchill, which I think he was considering, I thought he was going to attack Churchill. I actually think he would have just run over Churchill and then maybe really snowballed ahead. So I think that that's a mistake. The fact that Napoleon is in a religion that like hardly anyone else is running also means that there's very real potential for de Gaulle to enter this war against Napoleon, Cathy to enter this war against Napoleon. I think there's danger here for Napoleon. Now, that said, he's going to take Istanbul right here. Guaranteed. But I am skeptical about the long-term impact of this war. Wait, what? Churchill attacks Augustus? What the heck? Wait, what? The two high peace weights attacking each other and they don't even border each other? Well, that is a thing. Okay. Stocks of Catherine are up. Cathy just, again, spending some time to build up here, get stronger. Cathy stocks up, I think. Is she going to settle on the silver tile? Okay, yeah. Another resource. Look at her resources. She has all 3 metal resources. She doesn't even have calendar. Oh, no, she does have calendar tech. Does she already have calendar? Maybe her economy is better than I thought. No, how is she... Did she trade for those? I guess she traded for those resources because she doesn't have calendar, but she has dyes and spices. I guess she traded for them, I guess. Yeah, Cathy looking a little better here. Anyway, the main... So what is going on here between Augustus and Churchill? Like, what in the world is this? And de Gaulle randomly has some chariots over here. We should, by the way, we should look at the power graph. I am remiss for not doing that. Okay, so Stalin got a bloody nose there. No surprise. Churchill, I am regretting my Churchill for second pick at this point. I wish I had like Augustus for second or something. Or maybe the de Gaulle for second pick is not as bad as I thought, because Cathy and de Gaulle have the same religion here. So I have no idea what's going on with that war. I mean, Augustus now has Praetorians, so I would expect Augustus to win rather easily between those two. And then over here, as I said, Napoleon, he took the first city. I thought he would take the first city. I'm struggling to see how does he capture more against longbows, but who knows? Maybe Stalin doesn't have a lot of build queues. Stalin only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only has 6 cities. Napoleon, one thing he does is he builds a ridiculous amount of units. So maybe he can make it work. I don't know. I would be concerned about, if I'm Napoleon, though, that someone else, like, let's look at, so like de Gaulle. How does he feel about Napoleon? Oh, he's actually pleased with Napoleon. Okay. So he actually can't enter that war. So don't worry about de Gaulle. Cathy's actually pleased with, oh no, Cathy's -4 with Napoleon, yeah. Close borders spark tension. You declared war on our friend. Note that Cathy gives a -2 instead of a -1 for that. We're upset you've fallen under a heathen religion. What's the what's the favorite civic? Hereditary rule. If Napoleon moves out of hereditary rule, then Cathy is not going to like him at all. Don't be surprised if Stalin asks for help from Cathy as well. Anyway, so let's keep an eye on these wars, but I think the more significant one is obviously the Stalin versus Napoleon War. Okay, yeah. You guys all want me to join your wars. I'm just struggling to see how Napoleon breaks through cities with heavy defenses with longbows in them. Problem for Stalin is he's building catapults and not longbows. So maybe this is the second war in a row where the AI just does not build the unit that would save them. I don't know why Stalin is cranking catapults when he just needs longbows. Literally, if he just puts 3 longbows in every city, he's going to be very, very safe. I don't quite understand Stalin's build choices here. I mean, like, this stack is not doing anything against a city with multiple longbows in it. Anyways, is de Gaulle plotting war? He is not. Okay. Anyway, the Augustus Caesar stack is on its way. It's not a very impressive one. This city's on a hill with walls, so that's doing nothing until Augustus gets construction for catapults, which he is about to finish. Kathy is apparently also working on construction. Kathy's still just biding her time at the moment, letting other people fight it out. Stalin having war elephants is a big edge, though. Like, war elephants will get odds to kill every single unit that Napoleon can build right now, because Napoleon still does not have anything better than swords. So Napoleon cannot build horse archers, and no elephants for him. Yeah, he can't build anything better than... He has swords, axes, spears, that's it. And chariots. Swords, axes, spears, chariots. He has a lot of them, but, like, elephants absolutely annihilate every single one of those units. So I just think it's going to be hard for Napoleon to make progress in this war, because he's at a major tech disadvantage. He has a production edge. He has more cities, and you can see over here he's trying to attack, but like there's multiple longbows here, and the city has walls. It's just going to be hard to break through. Now Stalin's being an idiot and building a horse archer instead of more longbows, but I just don't see how he breaks through there. Like, it's a big stack. It's a big stack, but if Stalin is not a moron, as he founds another religion, he can probably use the light bulb from a prophet on that for theology or something. If he's not a moron, then he should be able to, Stalin should be able to defend over here. And predictably, that attack on Hastings went absolutely nowhere. Is Stalin dumb enough to lose these cities despite a humongous tech edge? We've seen it before. Oh, look at that. We just saw Kathy made her move. This is perfect timing for Kathy. Well, not perfect, because she just researched construction. But this city is dead. She has a huge stack here. Let's mark this down. So Kathy's making her move. I would have liked about another 10 turns from Kathy to build up, but this is still just about perfect. Stalin took back Istanbul. Oh, he did. I didn't refresh. That's my bad. I didn't refresh the map. That is my bad. That's why I try to keep the map refreshed. Stalin did take that city back. You're right. So, as I said, stocks up Russia, stocks down France right now. So Avignon will definitely get captured. There's way too many units there for that city to hold. And suddenly it's not looking so great for Napoleon, as I said. I think he has enough units... Well, I was going to say I think he has enough units in Marseille, but maybe he doesn't. It's on a hill, though. So, I don't know. Kathy does have a lot of units there. This attack on... Apparently... I'll be interested to see, will this stack attack Krasnoyarsk and just, like, die? Or is it going to come reinforce Marseille? Which is an interesting question. Kathy still does not have catapults. She has 1 catapult. She just finished there. That said, Kathy is again looking good, because she is a lot of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cities? Sheesh. After she has time to consolidate this, it's going to be, wow, a lot. Yeah, long way to go in this game. Long way to go in this game. I'm also just really curious what the heck de Gaulle is going to do. He's still not plotting war. The fact that de Gaulle does not declare war at pleased is really interesting, because right now he's pleased with everybody except Augustus. He's even pleased with Churchill, amazingly. And Augustus is not making a serious attempt. If I'm not watching that other war, it's because there's not much going on over there. Alright, anyway, so is Napoleon going to attack Krasnoyarsk? Or is he going to reinforce Marseille? Marseille, I think, can... I'm pretty sure Marseille can hold against this. It's on a hill. Stalin's got a lot of units in that city. Well, Krasnoyarsk did not come close to falling there. Cathy launched an attack. It did not go well. Unsurprising, because that city was on a hill. Still, Napoleon's basically in all kinds of trouble right now, because this attack is not going well. It kind of got turned around in a big way, which will mean who gets what cities if Napoleon starts collapsing. Who gets what cities will be hugely important. We should update the power graphs just so everybody can see. So yeah, Napoleon took a pretty big chunk. Also, Augustus is apparently building up. I would not want to be Churchill right now. Churchill's position looks pretty bad long term. All right, so here comes the Praetorians. But that's too many defenses. That's not, I mean, that's not going to fall. Even Praetorians are not winning into that. It's on a hill, 50% defenses. Like, that's just not falling. Even Praetorians lose that matchup. Stalin is going wonder crazy this game. Cathy does have some catapults here, so she'll start chipping down the defenses. This city will fall once the defenses are down. She's taking out, what, 8% per turn? And that'll also give her time to replenish her stack. So she should get this city, barring something weird happening. She really needs to... She needs more hitters here. By hitters, we mean non-siege units. But she has another stack building here. She should take this in, like, 3 or 4 turns. How about Stalin? Is he looking to counterattack? He's got it. Stalin's building a stack here, but he has not counterattacked just yet. All right, here he comes. All right, Stalin also... Okay, so this is just going to be like a coin flip as far as who gets this city, isn't it? Pretty big deal. Oh, yeah, if you want to see the power graph, yes, Augustus lost a lot. Well, not as much as you might think. Meanwhile, Napoleon is apparently just... Yeah, it's what happens when you fall too far behind technologically. In terms of the turn order here, who goes first? I believe neither one of these leaders are seated, so Cathy goes followed by Stalin. It's probably good for Stalin, because I think whoever attacks is going to get this. Let's see. Oh, no, I think that means that Cathy is probably going to get... Oh, I think, because Cathy goes before, she should attack this turn. So I think, actually, no, Cathy gets this. Stalin is, like, just one turn too slow. Unless I'm mistaken here. Oh, my God, there was 1 unit left. You guys, there was 1 unit left in that city. I don't know if you saw that or not. There was literally like 1 unit left. So Stalin ends up taking it. Wow, I thought for sure Cathy would get that. That's a pretty big deal. Because it really opens the path into the rest of Napoleon's territory here. That was literally just a coin flip, really. Just the dumb luck of who would get it. Big deal for Stalin. Big deal for Stalin there. Big question is who gets Orleans. I mean, I guess there's no wonders in here. It's a nice city, but there's like no crazy wonders or anything. So that's unfortunate for Cathy, obviously, because she did a lot of the work there. But it could have gone to either of them. Like I said, it could have gone to either one. Stalin is definitely the tech leader in this game right now. That said, he is... So I still feel like it looks close in score between the two of these. But Stalin's score is inflated by having a ton of wonders. And I do feel like Cathy's score is still, like, suppressed because she has a lot of small cities. Like, all these size 5 and size 3 cities. Now, this city has, like, no food. But, like, this city has a happiness cap of 17. Some of these cities, obviously, are low on food. Like, this city's size 3. It can go to size 15. Eventually, this city's going to grow up to that larger size, even if the AI is slow. And, like, I do think your score is going to start to expand here. Is Marseille going to flip? Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that. It might. Well, no, how much culture is in here? I think this city will be okay. It is in Marseille's... It is in the culture of this Khabarovsk. It is within its culture because this city's culture goes 2040. But this city here... is also, let's see, 24. Oh, that's unfortunate. This city, Krasnoyarsk, its borders expand to here, but it does not actually touch Marseille. So it might actually get gifted over to Cathy. That's a great question. That's a good question, actually, whether it might end up getting gifted or not. Anyway, checking in on this other war, nothing seems to be happening. De Gaulle, are you... Okay, De Gaulle is plotting war, and that's bad news for Churchill, because I'm pretty sure... Or no, Augustus. The only one he can plot with is Augustus. Wow. It's random. So I guess here comes a better Augustus stack, which does have catapults. So I guess De Gaulle is going to attack Augustus. It's the only one he can attack right now. Anyway, let's watch and see where the next offensive is. It looks like Cathy is going for Cherbourg, which is a weaker city. That said, it also is a more weakly defended city. I'm sure Stalin will start moving on the next city, Orleans, soon, too. Yeah, for the moment, Marseille looks like it's... I guess it has a... Well, it does have a 7% chance of revolt, so maybe it will revolt. Okay, De Gaulle building one of the maritime wonders, which he has enough coastal tiles that that's a nice pickup for him. I am just continue to be surprised that he's been... And he also did settle this one more fishing village up here. Yeah, he had... This city is size 14. It really should be an Augustus city. The Barb city that he took. So that city has very little defense. Where's Stalin's stack? Is he attacking somewhere else? Where's Stalin's stack? He's got to have a big stack somewhere. Or does Stalin just not have that many units? He's got to have a stack somewhere. Anyway. Yeah, De Gaulle is he's in second place. I'm still skeptical about his long-term prospects unless he can pick up more territory, though. Just because his empire is very awkwardly situated. But he's in the mix, for sure. No question he's in the mix. It looks like Cherbourg's going to fall on another turn or so. Oh, is that where Stalin's stack? No, he just says, okay, so Stalin has... Okay, that's just an auto-raised Barb city. Stalin has 1 horse archer and 2 catapults over here. I swear if that 1 horse archer somehow captures this city from Cathy... I checked that as well, whether it's on the same stack. But no, there's one... If his 1 horse archer takes this city, it's going to be hilarious. But no. Not that time. No, not that time. So now it looks like Orleans... Wait. Okay. I thought for a second... I was worried for a second I was, like, quitting the game. Anyway, over here, so this siege is ongoing. It looks like the attack's going to come in soon. Churchill has so many catapults on defense. Remember, they obviously don't defend very well. But Augustus doesn't have that many actual attackers. He only has 2 Praetorians here. I don't know. Let's see if he might take another turn to bombard. But yeah, that didn't work. Protective longbows on a hill are very hard to kill. Very, very hard units to kill. So Augustus, again, just kind of stalling out here, not achieving a whole lot. Oh, Cathy, Golden Age. Okay, here's Stalin's stack, by the way, right here. Marseille also is 7% odds to revolt every turn. That said, if it doesn't revolt in the next immediate turns, if this city starts popping borders, if it starts to expand its borders, it will get control of its first ring at least. It won't get control, or this tile and this tile it'll get back. It might be able to hold out. It's hard to say. There's definitely a lot of pressure on it, though. Anyway, Cathy in a golden age means that her, obviously, teching is going to accelerate here. She's already gotten 2 cities from Napoleon, and she almost got the 3rd one. Well, the real question is who's now going to get Orleans. Napoleon's building elephants, because I guess he's getting... Does he have ivory, or is he getting traded ivory? I don't know if he has any ivory in his territory. Oh, yes, he does. He has an elephant right here. He has an elephant right here. Anyway, De Gaulle, are you still plotting war? Apparently, he's still plotting war. Well, we'll know when we see his funky light blue units moving down towards Augustus's borders, because Augustus is the only one he can fight with. Anyway, for the most part, we'll just watch what's going on over here. Yeah, the Churchill city is on a... Is it on a hill? Yes, it's hard to see. This city is on a hill, which is why Augustus is getting mauled when he tries to attack protective longbows in there. Okay, so Cathy is moving up, and there's actually not a lot on defense in Orleans right now. Oh, wait, never mind. What the... Oh, she's going towards Rouen first. Okay, I would have gone for the capital city, but, you know, sure, whatever. Augustus, obviously, also in Golden Age. De Gaulle statue of Zeus, that wonder is such a pain in the butt. He's also building Sistine Chapel, which could be noteworthy too. Because I feel like Stalin feels like he wants that wonder. I still feel like Stalin's doing something weird culturally in this game. All right, Stalin's stack is here. I don't know what it's doing here instead of taking cities off, what's his name, off Napoleon. De Gaulle backdoor cultural victory, no slider. I mean, he has a long way to go, let's put it that way. He apparently dropped a culture bomb in Chartres. Where's that? Right here? Yeah, he dropped a culture bomb in this city at some point. Building a lot of one. Now, the problem for De Gaulle is he has one religion. You can't win a cultural victory with one religion. It's just about impossible. I mean, I don't want to say never, because like I'm sure human players have done it, but it's very, very difficult for the AI unless they found more religions. They usually won't even go for a cultural victory, unless they have more religions. All right, anyway. So this city, Rouen, should fall on this turn or the following turn. Cathy's building a lot of elephants, it seems. Yeah, so he took out all the defenses. I'm surprised no one's going for Orleans. Or Orléans, if I want to do the French pronunciation. De Gaulle, have you ever gotten around to launching this war that you've been plotting, apparently, for ages? Once again, Hastings is still standing strong. City garrison 3 longbow there now. I think that Augustus attacked again and lost. Augustus apparently second in power. Stalin has not been building that many units. De Gaulle is. Napoleon absolutely got mauled in this war so far. So he'll lose another city here, and then his capital should be next. Does De Gaulle have open borders to reach Augustus? Yeah. You might be able to see on the minimap that he's running units through Churchill's territory right now. So yes. Alright, Cathy's Golden Age is at a close. De Gaulle build. Yeah, De Gaulle's building all the cultural wonders. Stalin's building Notre Dame, so I guess not all of them. Alright, Stalin's stack is over here at Ankara. So Stalin's going to get another city. As Napoleon continues getting chopped up here. I was wondering where his stack was. That does mean that he's not over at the capital. Alright, and we're up to turn 150. Like, Cathy is already moving on to the next city. Oh, Marseille revolted, by the way. There was a revolt in this city. That's why it has the little anarchy sign. So it's already revolted once. Now, the revolt chance is going down. But it is noteworthy that the city has already revolted one time. Anyway. Okay, so again, the action's still mostly over here in Napoleon's territory. The Russians are revolting. I actually had to approve this message. Again, in the context of the game, it makes total sense. It's not like an attack on a country or a group of people. It just makes sense in this term, in terms of what's going on. Churchill needs Napoleon open borders to get to... Oh, that's true. I guess you're right. If we go back to De Gaulle here for a second. He has open borders with everyone other than Augustus, so he can definitely reach Augustus Caesar if he wants. And we have another. Let's see if this. Let's see. Will this attack finally break through at Hastings? Maybe it's getting close. A lot of injured units on both sides. There's not much left on either side. I think Augustus will take this, especially because he has more elephants moving up. Nope. Churchill got another longbow in there, and that was enough. For the moment, anyway. Man, Augustus cannot take this city. Stalin is apparently going for this one, which makes sense. And meanwhile, Cathy was apparently reconfiguring her stack. So there's 4 French cities left at the moment. It's a little confusing to see what's going on over here. Augustus does have a pretty huge stack up here, though. Alright, he's got a lot of units. I have to feel like Hastings is going to fall soon, though. Stalin has 1 catapult in this stack. Ugh, that's going to take a while. The dreaded 1 catapult. What does Orleans have? Has not started being bombarded yet. Unfortunately, that elephant is tall enough that I can't see the... Alright, well that just took out 20% of the defense. Kathy apparently has brought more than one catapult. Alright, let's see if this attack takes Hastings. There's not that many longbows in there. Again, I feel like sooner or later this is going to get captured. Alright, finally breaks through after beating his head against Hastings for the last 30 turns. Stalin's pathing in the one catapult is killing him in this war. How many city... Yeah, there were a lot of city garrison promotions in here. But the city did finally fall. De Gaulle, by the way, might want to actually get involved in this game at some point. I know he's second in score. Maybe he just wants to try... Oh, here he is. Whoa, is he about to declare war on, like, the next turn? I think he's going to slam in here on, like, the next turn. We'll see. I want to watch this, though, because I think Orleans is going to get captured. Again, same thing. Look at all these horse archers. All the horse archers and catapults to get no bonuses on the defensive whatsoever. So Kathy's going to get this spot, and she's just continuing to roll through French territory. Napoleon's territory, I mean, not de Gaulle's territory. It's confusing having double France and double Russia in the game. Kathy is really starting to get out of control in this game. There it is. De Gaulle has declared war on Augustus. But he doesn't seem to have conquered... He doesn't seem to have succeeded with that attack. Let's mark down the war declaration counter, shall we? I mean, so, like, Augustus is okay for right now. The problem for Augustus is, where's Kathy going to go after this war is over? Like, once she's taken over Napoleon's territory, where's Kathy going next? I guess she's technically pleased with him, but that's because they're both in hereditary rule. She can declare it pleased. Obviously, she can't declare it friendly. I mean, where's she going next? It's going to have to be Augustus, you would think. Anyway, well, that attack of de Gaulle appears to have done absolutely nothing. Slammed all those units into the stack up there, and it does not appear to have... Oh, wait, maybe the stack actually hasn't attacked yet. Is it up here? Oh, by the way, Stalin is still bombarding with one catapult over here. Did he get any more? No, oh, he brought some trebuchets. Okay, so he'll speed up now. No, never mind. De Gaulle's stack is right here. Okay, so he actually has not attacked Augustus yet. So they're going to have... I mean, I feel like this de Gaulle-Augustus war just goes nowhere and benefits neither of them. Is, like, my read on that. Also, another religion? Is that a Stalin religion, too? Where's Hinduism? Oh, no, it's de Gaulle. Okay, well, he got his own religion, I guess. Is that the philosophy religion or the divine right religion? That's philosophy. Excuse me, philosophy. So the divine right religion is still out there. Kathy is already moving on the next city. But she'll need a few turns to bombard that down. I want to see what happens with de Gaulle attacking Augustus. Does he take this city back, Hastings? De Gaulle might sign his own death warrant. Yeah, if he converts to his own religion, that would be pretty bad. Looks like very bloody fighting on both sides. Also, Stalin should finally attack and capture this next turn. And the siege over here is just starting. Kathy will need a couple turns to knock out the defenses. She also has her stack healing. So we definitely want to watch what's going on up here right now. Hastings is still holding... Wait, Stalin... Okay, apparently there's a horse archer, an elephant, and a catapult there. It looks like Augustus won that trade, from what I can see. Let me advance it one more turn so the fighting will show up in the power graphs. That said, Napoleon will lose this city here to Stalin. So Stalin gets another city claim there. But, yeah, Augustus seems to have held against de Gaulle's initial stack. Let's see the results of that latest fighting. Pretty much what I thought, just like bloody losses on both sides, no real gains in either case. Meanwhile, Kathy is just like floating above the rest of the field, and Stalin's catching up there. Kathy's on her way to getting the holy... That's true. Oh, wow, she already took this city too. I didn't even realize she took this. She might convert into Confucianism. That is a possibility, in which case Stalin's in danger. The best move for Kathy would be... stick in Islam, run over Augustus, then convert to Confucianism, and then run over the rest of the field. It's in play. So there's only one Napoleon city left. I think Kathy has the edge at getting there first, but we'll see. For that extra kill credit point. So yeah, this feels like a bit of a bloody stalemate. Augustus is... I don't know. I was going to say Augustus is stronger than de Gaulle. I'm not sure. They seem like they're pretty evenly matched. I will say Churchill looks like he is desperately going to try to backdoor his way into second to have any shot at this one, because he is very weak. Stalin took a long time capturing that city, and he has to move down from Bursa. He might be able to get down there in time, but I don't know. De Gaulle does seem to have knights. I saw a French knight running around, so he is a little bit ahead there. Oh, and Napoleon just built the shrine with one city left. Are you kidding me? Napoleon, what a gift to whoever captures this. Now the city is really valuable because it has a shrine with 16 people following, 16 cities following their religion. Again, I suspect Kathy will get this because she has her big army already here, but it's not inconceivable Stalin could slip in and snipe it. He does have his force walking down. It's going to take him a couple turns to get there, but he might be able to snipe it. You never know. I will say whoever just attacks the city. Okay, Kathy's bombarding the defenses so fast, I'm pretty sure she gets it before this stack can make its way down. And there's like nothing in this city. One longbow. Oh, wait. Okay, Churchill somehow recaptures his city up there. Okay. Churchill's little offensive takes the city back from Augustus. Cool. Good for Churchill, I guess. Now his territory actually reconnects. Poor Churchill. Anyway, this is big. Who gets this city here? The final Napoleon city. Stalin's taking his time getting down here, I think. Alright, Adern already has no defenses left. And there's no Stalin units in range. I think Kathy takes this one. And pretty deservedly so. Wow, that was a pretty powerhouse move from Kathy to take. That was... I mean, she got pretty much everything you could want from that war. Alright. So we bid farewell to Napoleon. And look, Marseille did eventually end up going over to her too. It looks like it revolted over what have you. Flipped or whatever. So, I mean, how many cities does she have now? I'm just going to do a quick count. Don't get mad at me because I don't use bug mod, which does this automatically. I don't particularly like that mod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just 20 cities at this point. It's starting to get to the point where the game is just getting out of control. Because she was already in a great position, and she took most of Napoleon's territory. So what did Stalin get from that war? He got Ankara. He took Istanbul back. Well, he didn't really take Istanbul. He already had it. He got it back. He took Ankara and then Bursa. That's it? He got 2 cities? Yeah, that's a good point. You're like, can't you just count on the Diplo screen and add 1? I will keep that in mind for the future. That's actually much better. Stalin's pathfinder did not take Orleans and instead marched to Ankara. Bursa killed him. It did. Now, his military was smaller than Kathy's, so he probably wouldn't have taken as many cities anyway, but it didn't help. His AI pathfinding did not choose a good direction, to say the least. Alright, now Kathy did get that shrine, which could flip her into a new religion, which is pretty noteworthy. Anyway, Napoleon, again, good early game, but Napoleon did what I was worried about. He just flamed out. Too many wars too early. Turn 167. 167. And the kill credit went to Catherine. Where is she? So, for fantasy purposes, we will give a kill point to Catherine on Lobster's team, and we cross off Napoleon on Mania Muse's team. Again, I don't feel like it's inconceivable for Napoleon to do well on this map. I felt like that early copper tile was really bad for him. Really bad. 3 was he got another city as well, Samson. I must have missed that. Apparently Stalin got another city somewhere. Yes, this one in the corner here, right? That was, yes, he also took this. The problem for Stalin is a lot of these cities, like, Bursa's pretty useless. It's very culturally crushed. The only city that I think is valuable is Ankara over here. I think that's like the only one that's genuinely real valuable in this war. Also, remember how when the war started, Kathy and Stalin were like equal in score? Yeah, that is not the case. Now, here's the thing for Kathy. Look at this border tension here. Now she has a lot of incentive to go after Augustus, because, like, look at that. Let's just do a quick check-in on, because we just did turn we hit like a milestone turn relatively recently. So power, GMP. Okay, apparently de Gaulle is the one who's high on GMP. That's surprising. Production, food. We just did power and then culture. Okay, de Gaulle has done 2 culture bombs apparently. In Tours and Chartres, he's culture bombed both of them, both of his border cities. That's, if you're gonna drop a culture bomb, that's not the worst decision here. Ankara, it's pronounced Ankara. Sorry about that. I was not aware of that. Anyway, so as far as diplomacy goes, so Stalin can now jump into another war. He doesn't like Augustus. Cathy, look, down to cautious. Cathy can only declare war on Augustus right now. Augustus is not looking good right now. It's not good to be the only Confucian leader in a world of Islamic leaders. Not looking great there. So we'll watch the situation over here for a little bit and just see. De Gaulle definitely needs to get more territory. He just does not have enough. I mean, I know he's second in score, but he still just does not have that much territory. He still has so much border tension too up here. But maybe he can build off this Barb city he captured at Visigoth and like start expanding from there. I don't think Augustus is going back to the championship. This looks bad. This looks like a world where he's in 4th place and all the leaders that are stronger than him also hate him. Also, Cathy looks like she wants to go found her own religion here, which is interesting. And this city's, again, like, it's not built up right now, but once it actually develops, it's going to be pretty nice. Also, Cathy would desperately like to clear out the culture of this city right here. This city, yeah, it has the 500 culture, just like controls everything in this area. But for right now, the action is still over here in this corner of the map. And then Stalin and Cathy can both enter wars. I guess we'll just check real quick to see. She's not plotting war. I would be surprised if Stalin was. He's not either. So we'll just keep an eye on the action over here for the time being. Stalin on early military tradition. Notably, though, his early game big score lead, again, the problem for him was a lot of his score was tied up in wonders, which, like, are worth points, which are, like, not bad. I mean, he's going to get Taj Mahal. Like, that's not bad. But just, like, the stuff he has does not scale into the late game great. Okay, well, Augustus took Hastings back. So as they continue fighting over this border city, that's actually good for Stalin, because now maybe Stalin's borders can seize control of the area. Alright, and now Cathy has founded the Divine Right religion down here. Another religion she might potentially convert into. She is unlikely to go for a cultural victory, but I guess it's possible if she gets enough holy cities. She has 2 of them right now. That's probably not enough with only 1 culture trait, but you never know. Did Cathy culture... She did. I mentioned this earlier on stream, but she did culture flip Marseille. She also has founded this spot down here, too. She founded this little Arctic city that doesn't really accomplish much, but the AI gets so many cost discounts on deity, it's still worthwhile to found these. And it also does give you a little more territory towards domination. I see she's running around with knights. Oh my god, that is a pretty scary stack. Still, yeah, so like, see how it's better for Stalin for, much better for Stalin if Augustus controls this than if Churchill does. If Churchill has it, his cities get crushed culturally, but if Augustus holds it, then Russian culture dominates the area. Anyway, Augustus apparently is heading off to his next target, I guess. De Gaulle's Golden Age, okay. So yeah, Stalin, so we're starting to get into the Renaissance now. Augustus is kind of falling behind in tech as well, because he's still researching Code of Laws. I'm not really sure how he's made it this far without having Code of Laws. By the way, is de Gaulle still at war? Oh, de Gaulle, I missed that. De Gaulle signed peace. I missed that earlier. I'm sorry, you guys. De Gaulle signed peace with Churchill. I totally missed that earlier. That is my bad. That would explain why Augustus is doing well. There must have just been other stuff going on. So Augustus can only fight, or de Gaulle can only fight Augustus. He does not declare war at pleased. A lot of friendly faces out there right now, but I'm sure sooner or later we're going to see someone go free religion. So yeah, Churchill could actually die here if someone doesn't attack de Gaulle or Augustus soon. Stalin, well, that's his Taj Mahal Golden Age. Now, did he build the mausoleum as well? I'm trying to remember if he has the mausoleum in this game. No, it's in Paris. De Gaulle has it. De Gaulle has the mausoleum. Okay, well that's nice for De Gaulle. So for the moment, we'll just watch the one war that's going on here. Up in Churchill's territory. My Churchill for second place, which a lot of you also had, is not looking amazing right now. Not looking amazing. I will say the one leader I have misread the worst in this game has been De Gaulle. He has ended up being a lot stronger than I thought. I thought he would just get totally squeezed on territory, and even though he kind of did, he still has been effective in this game. So kudos to him in that respect. Yeah, Kathy's score is starting to get a little out of control here. Is she... Alright, she's not plotting war. Just check in every now and then. Alright, London does look like it's going to fall here. There's only a couple of units left. So we maybe... Yeah, there's one crossbow left, and that's it. Yeah, that city is dead. That city is very dead. Which would be great for Augustus if everybody in the world didn't hate him. And he wasn't in potentially a lot of trouble. I would say that De Gaulle or Kathy 1, De Gaulle or Stalin number 2 is looking good as a prediction right now. Still a long way to go though. Kathy Spiral Minaret, interesting. Oh well, she of course because she went Divine Right. I was like, why in the world did she take that? But she went Divine Right, so that explains it. Anyway, not much going on at the moment aside from Churchill getting eviscerated by Augustus. I didn't expect those two to be fighting. So we can just keep... when there's not that much going on, we can try to get through the turns a little faster. We don't want the games to all be like 5 hours long. When there's just like one war going on and nothing else of too much significance, you can try to next turn a little bit faster. Alright, yeah, I mean, Churchill... He only had... Wait, does he only have 2 cities left? No, he has York over here as well. Although York is, like, completely surrounded by culture. I guess that would be good for De Gaulle, because York would... Obviously, anyone who captures De Gaulle, York is just getting gifted to him. Or it'll just outright flip to him. Now, this city has a castle, so it's going to take a while, even with 3 trebuchets. Oh, there it is! Okay, De Gaulle goes back to war with Augustus Caesar again. Let me mark that down. Keep ticking up our war declaration counter here. 7 wars now. Yeah, Churchill started that war. That was maybe not the best decision. So power-wise, if you're curious about the two sides, they're pretty even. Churchill is irrelevant, but the other two are pretty even. Kathy, early astronomy. Interesting. Stalin looks like he's going to claim liberalism. Where is, by the way, where is De Gaulle's? De Gaulle must have a stack somewhere. Unless he, actually, he might not. He might have just been bought into the war by Churchill. I guess he has like a mini stack here. London is probably going to be his target. The problem is if De Gaulle takes London, he'll just gift it back again. Which he did. I would expect he'll gift this back or it'll flip back or something. Anyway, this does feel a little bit like a sideshow. It does feel like we're kind of just waiting for Kathy to make her next move. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa. Stalin declared on De Gaulle? Whoa. I wasn't expecting that. Holy cow. Stalin declares war on De Gaulle. Okay, let's look at the Diplo screen. So much for De Gaulle's second place. Alright. Yeah, Stalin dropped a cautious with some of these others. Interesting. Kathy is still friendly with everyone other than Augustus Caesar, so Augustus is still not looking that well. Okay, so De Gaulle is now in a war with Stalin as well. They're all at the same tech level. I guess this means Augustus is going to get a reprieve. I mean, they're all pretty close power-wise. So here comes Stalin with his... He's got a 77 unit stack. Oh, well, Chartres... It was nice knowing you, Chartres. It was nice knowing you, Chartres. 77 unit stack. That's a rather good one. Kathy, you're not going to be able to sign a defensive pact with anyone. And now Augustus, meanwhile, takes this opportunity while de Gaulle's distracted to capture this, leaving Churchill with 2 cities left, one of which is York over there. What a confusing mess this is. The smart thing for Kathy to do would be just let everybody else fight until she has rifles and then just absolutely crush somebody. Alright, meanwhile, let's go back to Stalin's fight over here. Wow, Chartres is down to no defenses just like that. That was 9 trebuchets and 7 catapults. That's an awful lot. Oh, okay. De Gaulle also has a stack down here. I missed this one. Too bad for de Gaulle. Too bad for de Gaulle that now he's got to deal with Stalin instead. Oh yeah, we didn't see what tech Stalin took from liberalism. That's a great question. I think he took astronomy. I believe he took astronomy from liberalism. If you're curious, Kathy is definitely behind Stalin at the moment. She already has military tradition as well. Huh. Already has military tradition. She needs gunpowder for cuirassiers, though. So, it's like de Gaulle is making progress against Augustus Caesar, but he's losing to Stalin back here. Stalin looks like he made a very smart play by declaring war on de Gaulle there. He should be able to pick up some of this territory pretty easily, like that. Smart move. Augustus Caesar is like, just get me out of this fighting. And Stalin was in a golden age there as well. Alright, where is Stalin going to go next? That city was probably Tours over here. That city is going to be very hard to defend. I'm aware that Kathy's on printing press. We'll see if she finishes this, if she goes replaceable parts. We'll check to see if she's going for rifling. Yeah, de Gaulle has his... Now, this stack looks a lot less intimidating over there. Problem for de Gaulle is, like, his offensive units are way over here in Roman territory, which are not going to be very relevant for the fighting that's going on in his core. And meanwhile, this is just like a big mess. I think Stalin is in the best position by a wide margin out of this current round of conflicts. If he could take de Gaulle's territory, he might be able to get into a position to challenge Kathy. So, like, Kathy can't just spend too long econing back there in the corner. She is going to have to make another move at some point. The obvious move for her is take over Augustus's territory, which is going to make her basically unstoppable. But she doesn't still have to do it. All right, there's another big stack here. A lot of promotions on that stack. Not a lot of defenders in Tours here. All right, she's plotting war, so Augustus, farewell, Augustus. Farewell, Augustus. You are not long for this world. Are we going to end up in a situation where it's just Kathy and Stalin? Like, if the game goes on, they're like, they could be the only ones left. It's just be all Russia and nothing else. So Kathy was not on a rifling beeline because and that did not take long. Because she is on Constitution now. All right, so now we're going to see who can run over the rest of the map the fastest from this position. So Stalin is working on this. Again, if you're curious about the power, Kathy is floating above the rest of the world by a wide margin. And Augustus is also still trading units with de Gaulle over here. Which, de Gaulle and Augustus, you two of you maybe should stop fighting each other. That's not a wise investment of resources. Where's Kathy's main stack? Oh, it's here. She has 99 units in this stack. 99 units, okay. I was like, well, it'll take a long time to bomb down castle defenses. No! 10 trebuchets and 5 catapults. No, it will not. Also, this city is, like, undefended. Where's she going first? She should go to Arretium first. Yeah, because that's the one that's denying her so much room. The Russians are determined to have only one wildcard this year. I mean, if it's... We need the... So if there's one Civ that survives, we'll have 12, and then we need to do 2 wildcard games. But if only 2 AIs are still alive, then we don't. Churchill still just has 2 cities left. But Churchill has, like, gotten a reprieve here. I swear, if Churchill sometimes scams a second place from this position, I know I have it picked. I, like, kind of don't want it to happen, even though I have it picked, because his game has gone so badly, he doesn't deserve to have a second place. I don't know. It does feel like Kathy is likely to win from this position. Anyway, well, York is going to expand its borders because Stalin took this city down here. Oh man, Kathy has a lot of units. So she turned her stack around that turn for some reason. Anyway. And then, so there's still some fight. Yeah, there's still fighting over here, which is like, what are you doing, de Gaulle? What are you doing, Augustus? Two of you should not be fighting each other over here. Like, de Gaulle has a little stack of knights over here. I guess he took Mediolanum from Augustus at some point. And this stack is... I'm still not quite sure what this stack... Why Kathy's doing with this stack, but she has a lot of units. She's not that far off rifles either. Alright, Stalin, where's he going next? His stack... He took the two border cities, although he is not defending Chartres very well at all. York finally got some of its tiles back again. York is going to be super annoying for Stalin because, like, the city has a lot of culture in it. Yeah, it has 1,000 culture. So let's see, that's 20, 40. Yeah, York will actually control. If Rems gets captured, York will actually have its borders extend out to, these 3 tiles. So it'll actually control that city over there. Stalin is not attacking this little de Gaulle pocket yet. There's also randomly this city up here. Churchill is technically still at war with Augustus. Alright, so the big stack moved up next to Arretium. Alright, she took out 50% of the defenses in 1 turn. That's an absurd amount of siege. And apparently these units are just running down. There's like a whole bunch of knights just randomly running down here to try to capture this city. I don't know if that's going to succeed. Kathy's also going democracy now. Wasn't Stalin building Statue of Liberty? Did he build that, or is he working on it? I don't think he has it built yet. Did he? No. But I thought Stalin was building it because he had early democracy tech. He is spamming the knights in every city at the moment. Stalin, again, guys, every time that somebody gets printing press, we don't need to check for rifling tech. I'll check if it looks like if they get to replaceable parts, I'll take a look at it, but we'll see. Stalin, oh, that was de Gaulle that had it. Ah, you're right, that was de Gaulle. Thank you for clarifying, chat. De Gaulle built the Hindu shrine. That seems pretty irrelevant. Yeah, only 2 cities have Hinduism. AI, if they have a great profit, though, and there's a shrine available, they basically always go for it. Anyway, there's a random Stalin knight trying to take this city, but I don't think that's going to happen. It needs a dedicated stack to have... And Stalin is not... Where did Stalin's stack go? Here it is, right here. We'll keep watching to see where that goes. But this turn, Arretium is going to get captured, which will open up a lot of culture for Kathy. So that's the first. Now, she did sacrifice... Actually, she didn't sacrifice much siege at all. Interestingly, a lot of those trebuchets are City Raider 2 or 3. They actually won their combats and didn't die, which will let her siege down the next city a little bit more quickly, too. All right, Stalin, where is he going with his stack? Where is it? Where is the stack? Where did he send this? Over here. West of... Maybe he's going to Grenoble next. Maybe he's going to Rems next. He is going to Grenoble next, apparently. Not as big as before. Still has 50-something units in it. Still more than enough to take Grenoble. How much siege does he have? 4. That's enough siege to take cities relatively quickly. 4 trebuchets, 3 catapults. He won't get stuck there for 35 turns or whatever. Oh, maybe he's going for Paris? The decapitation strike to take the Statue of Liberty? Kathy's a long way from domination. We can check after this war is over, but she's still a long way away. These longbows apparently have been getting promotions here. Where's Kathy's big stack? She didn't lose the units. Where are they? Oh, here. I don't know. She's still regrouping. Oh, here it is. Up here for some reason. That's not where I was expecting that to go. I don't know. Is she going to answer? Is she taking a path? I don't know. I have no idea where she's going with this stack. I'm curious to see. Okay. Heading down this way, apparently. AI pathfinding can be really weird sometimes. Anyway, oh, de Gaulle and Stalin side peace. Stalin, you fool! Why? You had him on the ropes. Stalin, why? Ah, Stalin. I don't get it. De Gaulle gets a reprieve here. I don't understand. So De Gaulle is... Oh man, Augustus is in a three-way war. De Gaulle is still at war with Augustus Caesar. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Anyway. So I guess we'll just go back to watching this war then. Anyway, well, Cathy's apparently moving her stack through De Gaulle's little colonies over here for some reason. I don't quite understand that, but... Yep, 64 units. This city, Ravenna, is not very well defended. Now, Ravenna would probably get swallowed up by the culture from, 2040, or 2040... Yeah, Ravenna will probably get swallowed up by Visigoth's culture, but... Cathy is also apparently trying to attack Antium without taking down the defenses, which seems like a poor decision to me. Cathy's actually been avoiding rifling. Stalin apparently went to beeline to communism, which is hilariously thematic. But even though Cathy's path to the tree has been a little awkward, I don't think that there's much chance that she's gonna... well, she dropped out of universal suffrage, so she actually lost some shared some shared bonuses, I think. Is Stalin plotting war? I don't think so. No. He just got out of a war. It's a little bit unlikely that he's going to start one. Okay, where is Cathy sending this stack? What is she doing with all these units? She has, like, tons of units, but she is not focusing targets very well. Obviously, she should have gone to Cumae or Avar, or just sent a stack down here. She actually killed one of the defenders in here. The problem is to just run up units and attack, you kind of need cavalry to that. Knights will Knights are not strong enough to just run up and kill longbows in cities that have siege stuff on them. Anyway, De Gaulle is a trebuchet, so he's starting to bombard this city. I'd assume Cathy is joining in as well. Stalin is ahead of Cathy economically. I'm a little curious that he can stay ahead of her long term, just given... Oh wait, Stalin... Yeah, Stalin is going somewhere. Maybe he is going to attack. He is not plotting war. You guys are right, though, that he has a big stack moving somewhere. Is there a Barb City down here? No. Oh, they're going to this Barb City, I'm pretty sure. It's the only thing that makes sense. Cathy is still pathfinding in a utterly bizarre way up here. As De Gaulle is attacking there. De Gaulle liberated London back to... Okay. Churchill gets his capital back. And De Gaulle's also trying to take Nottingham up here. Which he should get. Which will probably also go back to Churchill. It's like, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Cathy, make up your mind about which city to attack, girl. You're wasting some time here. Like, the longer the war goes on, the worse it is for her. She wants to win quickly. She's also refusing to... What is she doing? Like, where is this stack going? It's just wandering in circles. It's like it won't cross the Great Wall. She's also refusing to research rifling, which would speed up her war a lot. Like, if you look at the tech path, she's gone democracy, she's gone astronomy, she's gone corporation. She doesn't have gun... Like, at least get gunpowder for cuirassiers. It's such a cheap tech. Now she's running in... Like, what is she doing? I just don't understand where this stack is going. It's, like, literally just running in circles. So she's not making a lot of progress. Stalin, this is a size 2 Barb City, so this will not auto-raise. Anyway, as I said, this will probably get gifted back to Churchill. Stalin just went free speech. I feel like Stalin still might be going for a culture here. It's just like, Cathy feels like she should just be easily running over... this. She's only taken one city in this war so far, which is utterly bizarre to me. She's so much more powerful, and yet she's just not focusing cities. This stack just continues to run in circles. Like, what is it doing? It's literally running in circles, not attacking. This is so weird. I don't get it. I'm totally baffled at what she's doing here. What is she doing? Like, she's actually opening up space for Stalin to be a real threat here, because Stalin is not wasting time. He's just pushing forward. I really think Stalin's trying to go for a cultural victory here, because look at how he's spreading these religions around. Like, she's wasting a lot of valuable time. Like, once again, she's still running in circles. She's not sieging a city. I'm just very confused at what she's doing here. She is not even building units. Like, her power is here. Augustus's power is here. Like, at least she's getting gunpowder for cuirassiers, but, like, where is the disciplined fighter we saw in that earlier war where she took all that territory? Alright, now she finally moved next to Ravenna, which will easily fall the minute she attacks it. Yeah, so as expected, Churchill has now gotten his whole corps back again. He even founded another city. Anyway, so yeah, she will take this city. Alright, now she's on replaceable parts. I believe her and Stalin might both be now going for rifles. Alright, Stalin's on rifles, and alright, they're both now on rifling. Again, Stalin is ahead in tech. Now, he's way smaller, but he is ahead in tech. Anyway, that stack at Ravenna. Ravenna is on a hill, but the defenses are now down. Stalin builds the Kremlin, which is a noteworthy wonder. The AI doesn't use it very well, but it's still a noteworthy wonder. Now Cathy will finally be able to move. Now, this city doesn't really get her anything either. Stalin having this huge... Wait, does Stalin not have open borders with... Stalin doesn't have open... No, he does open borders with Augustus. He doesn't have them with de Gaulle. Interesting. Cathy is still friendly with everyone that's not Augustus. Now I wonder if we will finally see her start to push forward. She can now build cuirassiers, and she'll have rifles very soon. Augustus will not have rifles anytime soon, although he is going for grenadiers, it looks like. But that on its own should not be sufficient. Anyway, de Gaulle is still at war with Augustus, and Churchill is also still at war. But it does feel like it's beginning of the end for Augustus here. We'll just keep next turning forward. I'm just surprised that Cathy took that long. It was a very, very inefficient path through Augustus's territory. She's still apparently building war elephants too. Can you pan to the city Stalin took from de Gaulle? Yeah, they're up here. They basically have the tiles that were in Stalin's territory, but they don't control anything to the north of that. There's Stalin's Cossack right there. Very good unit in its era. In pre-expansion Civ4, they had 18... Let me just cover what this was. In pre-expansion Civ4, so before Warlords, before Beyond the Sword came out, the Cossacks, which are a cavalry replacement, they unlocked at military tradition. You did not need rifling tech. You just needed military tradition and gunpowder. So they unlocked here, did not require rifling, and they were 18 strength, not 15. 18 strength. 18 strength and did not require rifling. That was a little broken. A little bit broken. All right, anyway, so what are we watching? Well, what's left of Augustus's territory. All right, this is de Gaulle now. De Gaulle does have 2 trebuchets, so he can... Oh, apparently there's a separate offensive down here. Okay, looks like Cathy is starting to make better progress. Now that she has cuirassiers aren't bothered by walls, and that's a huge difference. Like, this city has a castle, so if a knight attacks, it's a 100% defensive bonus for the units inside. But if a cuirassier attacks, it's a gunpowder unit, walls and castle do nothing. That's why it's showing up as 40%, because the top units here are cuirassiers. So they attack with higher strength into 40%, whereas knights attack with lower strength into 100% defense. It's a humongous difference. If she had just researched gunpowder earlier, she would have been able to push her way through these cities much, 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 much faster. Anyway, now she's going for Rome. There's 9 trebuchets here, so this is not likely to take too long. The de Gaulle stack attacking Antium actually got cleaned up by Augustus. Yeah, now Rome has the Great Lighthouse. I believe that that's already been obsoleted by doesn't Cathy already have corporation? I think she does. Yeah, so no Great Lighthouse benefit for her, but it's a pretty thing to look at in the harbor, I suppose. If you're wondering why Cathy's scientific method time is so slow, it's because she's running 90% gold to upgrade all her units into rifles and cavalry. which she doesn't really need to do, but the AI always does that anyway. They like to upgrade their units. They get big discounts on upgrades anyway. So Rome will get captured here. And then now that there's Cossacks running around, the defenders have very little chance. Like, they don't even have to stop to bombard. They can literally just walk up and attack, and they'll be able to start taking these cities. Like, you're about to see that. You're seeing that happen, like, at Avar here. Like, this city could easily fall. So it won't be much longer. Kathy kind of screwed around for a little while, but it won't be much longer now. These cities will start falling, because Cossacks can just kill the defenders, even if they don't take down the defend. They don't even need to bombard. Like, look, almost all the units in here are dead. These are just Cossacks and Cuirassiers just running up and killing the knights and catapults inside. So it'll just start fault. I mean, like, there's a fresh musket in there, but you can see Avar just got captured. There's one knight that's desperately holding out. Too many units, though, up there. Same thing up here. Although, does this deck have any siege? This deck does not have siege in it, so it'll just attack, and then that city will fall. Yep, they fell in the same turn. Remember how she wandered around in the desert for like 10 turns doing nothing? Now you see how fast Augustus is collapsing. Multiple cities on the same turn. And yeah, I know Stalin's ahead in tech. Unless Stalin can somehow finagle like a cultural victory out of this, I'm struggling to see how anyone can deal with an AI that has literally half the map under their control. It's tough. There's still siege units in this stack, so that city might take a little longer, but Arpanum should fall very quickly. There goes Stalin moving his military back from the Barb city. Like, again, the Cavs, or in this case, Cuirassiers, they just run up, and they actually get odds to kill the longbows just by walking up to the city. They don't even have to... Yep. Wait, what? Oh, did that city never grow to size 2? What? It actually got raised? Wait, what? Did that city never grow to size... I guess it never grew to size 2. I guess it didn't have enough food and it never grew to size 2. That's bizarre. Wow. Wait, is this the last Roman city? Oh, this is the last Roman city. I didn't even realize this is the last one on the map. So, as soon as this one falls, that's it. De Gaulle... Is De Gaulle going to try to sweep in and steal the kill credit? I swear if Churchill gets the kill credit here... Oh man, that would be hilarious. There's enough defenders in here that I think Kathy will be fine. There's like 8 defenders in there, so it's unlikely a random English knight or something takes it. I guess it's still possible though. Kathy has 103 units here. Churchill has 4. De Gaulle's not even next to the city. Oh wow, back for another round again. Okay. Stalin declares war on De Gaulle. Back for another round. Well, let's mark that down. De Gaulle, of course, has a lot of his military down in the deep south. Now, Stalin, of course, has rifles. De Gaulle does not. That is very bad news for De Gaulle, who looks like he could have had rifles by now. Instead, he's gone all the way to communism. Major mistake by De Gaulle. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Alright, Kathy, are you going to just attack this city? Because it doesn't have many defenders left. It's not impossible that Churchill could snipe this. No. Okay. Alright, Kathy does claim this. So we'll get the printout message here. Increasingly looking like we're headed to an all-Russian top 2. Alright. So, Augustus also eliminated. He didn't play a terrible game, but he got stuck with a religion that was unpopular, unfortunately for him. Alright, so Augustus out. Game 8, turn 246. Game 8. 246. Kathy gets another kill. No, 2 kills, not 3 kills. And for fantasy purposes, we add another kill to Lobster's Kathy, who looks very assured of a top 2 spot. And Augustus gets kicked out. Unfortunately, Kajatli Expid did not work out. So far, the bids Kajatlik has made have not played out especially great this season, but there is still time. Wynakopek and Suryavarman are still in it. I guess Roosevelt's technically still in it as well. But so far, those haven't worked especially great. Alrighty. We'll refresh them out. Alrighty. Now, Kathy, of course, could get into a war, but she is now friendly locked in wars. The one thing that's... The only reason why she's not going to war with Stalin is the shared faith. So if she ever moves out of the Islam, then she would be very willing to declare war on Stalin. And as far as the others, Churchill, of course, can also jump into a war, but I mean, come on. He's got 3 cities left at this point. Catherine can be bribed, that is true. She can be bribed even at friendly. All right, where is Stalin's main stack? It must be over... Wait, where is Stalin's main stack? He wouldn't have attacked without having a stack somewhere, right? Did he get bribed into the war by Augustus? Because I don't see a stack from Stalin here. Now, he's more powerful. He's definitely more... He's way more powerful than de Gaulle. I must just be missing it. He must have units somewhere. Okay, an auto-raised Barb City Town. Oh, yeah. Seems like he still has a lot of his units down in the Deep South. Well, we'll keep watching de Gaulle and see, because Stalin will definitely be attacking him sooner or later. Kathy now has a... If you're curious about her percentage of land area, she now has basically 50% population and 44% land area. Stalin is second at 30% pop and 24%. So Kathy's basically double his size, or very close to it. Well, those are just Cossacks. That said, they can probably have success here. I still don't see a big Stalin stack. He must have it somewhere. Is he... Oh, he's attacking over here at Mediolanum, which just has a catapult, and that's it on defense. Yeah, I don't think that's going to hold out much longer. The catapult, the brave catapult's defending. Oh, here we go. Here's his stack. 12 cannons here. 60 units. Yeah. For whatever reason, he brought his main stack over here first. I don't quite understand that, but Mediolanum is very dead. Not going for de Gaulle's core. Anyway, yes, it does look like... de Gaulle is potentially also on his way out. Again, the question is, will Kathy ever move out of her religion? As long as she's in Islam, these two will remain friends. Stalin also settled a city down here, which is interesting. But it does feel like the field is narrowing pretty quickly. All right. Yeah, I'm not... yeah. Do you think I want to join that war? No, absolutely not. So now de Gaulle's been trimmed down to just his core. Okay, Churchill changing civics is not really that significant. So now Stalin is going to have to walk his soldiers back up here. De Gaulle does not have rifling tech. I mean, he wouldn't win anyway, but he especially doesn't win if he's got muskets and he's up against rifles and whatnot. Stalin's researching artillery. Can Catherine hit domination by killing Churchill? Absolutely not. Kathy can't win by domination unless she attacks Stalin. She just can't. Doesn't have enough. She would need to attack Stalin to have any chance to win. All right, well, that stack apparently is going to be able to cut its way through Paris. Stalin, if he wants to go culture, he's not very close to a cultural victory. I will say that. I don't know if that's the way he's going, but he's not close. All right, well, he did just claim Paris, which has a lot of useful wonders in it. Hanging Garden does give extra health in every city. Sistine is great. Statue of Liberty is great. Statue of Zeus is fantastic. Mausoleum. Wow, this is like all the wonders you would most want to have. Sistine, Statue of Liberty, Statue of Zeus, and Mausoleum is a ridiculous haul. Okay, people are saying Stalin cannot go culture. He does have one culture trait, but I don't think he has enough holy cities. So that was a huge pickup by Stalin to get that trove of wonders in there. He also has, yeah, okay, now he's just chopping his way through. So it does look like this map is going to be pretty much just Russia very soon. Except Churchill's somehow still alive. Kathy just got another shrine for whatever reason on a minority religion that nobody practices. She found another city down here too. She probably should found a city for the furs. Does she even have furs? She does have furs. Alright, she just doesn't really need furs that badly. So yeah, just wondering if one or both of these is going to ever drop their shared religion. All they'd have to do is go free religion. Either one of them. Or Kathy wants to swap to a religion she has a shrine for. Oh, she just did. She just dropped Islam, you guys. Yeah, she's down to just pleased with Stalin and down to cautious with Churchill. Interesting. Now she's in anarchy this turn, but there you go. Free religion on Kathy. Yeah, I was going to check Kathy versus Stalin in terms of economy after this fighting was over. Stalin is ahead in tech at the moment. Not by a lot, but is ahead in tech. Oh, she had a long anarchy. She had a 2-turn anarchy. Unfortunate for her. Wait, 8-turn combustion. What is that? Oh, she's apparently upgrading something. We're running 100% gold on the slider, something. Anyway, just watching Stalin. Stalin has destroyers running around taking out the cultural defenses, so he really just has to walk his units from one city to the next to take out these units. All right, now she turned on the research slider. Sure, if you want to check right now, Churchill's 100 beakers per turn. De Gaulle's 20. Kathy, 1,480. She can turn that up higher. And Stalin's at 1,600. He can also turn that up higher if he wants. I'd say their research rate's fairly comparable. Always check to see if she's war plotting. Not at the moment, so we can just chill for the time being. But not much longer for De Gaulle at this point. He got torn apart pretty good by Stalin here. Yeah, so we just checked Kathy. We can check again in a little bit, but for the moment she was not looking to fight a war. As strong as her position is, she hasn't sealed this up yet. Stalin's very strong too. I mean, Kathy's ahead, but like Stalin does have the tech edge right now because like Stalin's already built factories. Kathy has not. She really needs to get she needs to get factories built across. Like Stalin's going for tanks. Tanks are such a strong unit. I don't actually know if Kathy would win a war between them. As even though it might seem crazy, I don't know if Kathy would actually win a war between them. Alright, so Stalin eliminates De Gaulle. Again, tanks are really strong units. You don't want to be fighting with rifles and cavs against tanks. And like Stalin picked up quite a bit of territory from this war. His position looks a lot better than it did a little bit earlier. Just by getting all of De Gaulle's territory. Right, Kathy might be attacking into tanks, infantry, artillery with rifles, Cossacks. That's not a winning matchup. Even though Kathy's bigger, it's like that's not a matchup you want. So she is not, even though it looked like she sealed this game earlier, she actually has not. It's still pretty up in the air between these two. Anyway, so De Gaulle gets eliminated. Game 8. Turn 272. 272. And the kill credit went to Stalin. It also has 2 kills in this game. So Kathy has 2 and Stalin has 2. I mean, I think that's pretty accurate summary of this game. They've both been very dominant. All right, so Stalin, we add a point for Stalin to Vicarious, and then we cross off De Gaulle, who was a flyer for Kuro then. You know, considering how strong De Gaulle was in this game, looks like a bid on De Gaulle for 18 gold was not a bad bet, because he's done way better than I was expecting in this one. All right. Well, I think we know who our top two are going to be, but the question is in what order are they going to finish? Is a really good question. So at the moment, Kathy's cautious with Stalin. Stalin is cautious with both of the other two AIs. And of course, they can all plot. Or no, she's pleased with him. She can plot it pleased, though. Stalin can also plot it pleased. Churchill does not plot it pleased. Churchill is desperately trying to stay out of this game. Yeah, whether Churchill can survive or not. Churchill wants no part of this game. So now at this point, if you want to look at the tech comparison, so Kathy is right here. Stalin is, yeah, Stalin's definitely ahead a number of techs. That said, Kathy did go biology medicine, which Stalin has skipped. So it's not quite as bad for her as it looks, but she is a little bit behind. She probably will not go military science. Maybe she will. The AI does dumb stuff. She really needs to go assembly line, though. She already has biology for the bonus food and hospitals, so she won't kill herself with unhappiness. But now she needs to go assembly line, electricity, industrialism. She should not fight Stalin until she has those techs. But, I mean, who knows what the AI is going to do. At the very least, she needs to build factories before she tries to fight Stalin. So it would be definitely a mistake. Now, she is apparently plotting war. So that, yeah, okay. Well, we're going to have a showdown between these two to see who wins. I don't actually like Kathy's odds of winning, even though I've picked Kathy, and obviously I'm hoping she wins this game. I actually don't like her odds to win if she attacks before she gets at least factories built in her territory. Because you don't want to declare war and then immediately after declaring war have to stop to build the factories. That's not a good... It's not a good setup to do that. She actually has the health to manage the factories without starving all her cities, but she is consistently avoiding this tech. She's not researching assembly line for I don't know what reason. Anyway, nothing's going to happen until one of these goes back to war. She also could be plotting with Churchill. That's also a possibility, you guys. I don't suppose Stalin's not plotting war right now. Yeah, I think it like honestly just depends on what the timing of this war is, because like there's a lull after you get tanks before you hit like the next tier of military tech. That would be the time for Kathy to attack while she has the like production edge, because if you're curious about food and production, like in terms of power, see, it's not a big difference between the two of them in terms of power. In terms of production, look, Stalin's got the production edge because he has factories in all his cities. Food, Kathy's way ahead in food, but if she goes here before she has factories, it's not going to go well for her. It really isn't. So I'm kind of hoping, and now she's on radio. Kathy, oh my god, her tech choices have been not great at times in this game. Look at this. She just will not research assembly line. Now she's on radio. She's really putting herself in danger for no reason whatsoever at this point. I mean, she's burning through the text quickly, but like, it's just an unnecessary danger to not get the factories. Yeah, Stalin will get a big food boost with bio. Did he just research that? Did Stalin just research biology? Hold on, I missed what he was researching before. Yeah, he just finished that. So Kathy, I would not go in right now if I were you. We have the Kathy gambit. Yeah, avoiding assembly line is kind of rare for the AI to do that. So even though Stalin's like almost 1,500 points behind in score and he's a lot smaller, Kathy really, really, really needs to research assembly line, like really badly, and not build hospitals everywhere. Now she's on artillery. What is she doing? What is she doing? She's like determined to throw this game. I felt like she was in basically almost an unlosable position, but like, oh my god, she queued up rocketry. What is she doing? Oh my god, she's putting herself in so much danger. What is she doing? Oh my god. Yeah, artillery's a good unit, but oh my god. I do not support this path through the tech tree here. Ugh. Well, anyway, we'll see. AI can always surprise you in this game by doing things you don't expect. I guess we should check in on Stalin. He's not plotting war. So, I'm just kind of chilling here. Man, Kathy could have had these factories done 10 turns ago at this point. I don't think she wins if she fights Stalin now. I really don't. He's going to have factories in every city, so he has so much more production, and he'd be able to turn out infantry and tanks against rifles and cav. There it is. She just declared war. I think she just lost the game, you guys. I think she literally just lost the game here. Oh, it's Churchill! Oh my god! Oh! It's Churchill, and we might be down to one wildcard game, you guys. It's Churchill. Oh my god. I'm like... I literally just checked to see if Stalin was plotting war, and he wasn't. Churchill still's on medieval units, so... Oh my god. I should have known that she wasn't at war with Stalin because there were orange Catherine units everywhere throughout Russian territory, and that would not be the case if they were at war with each other, because she would have had her units booted out. I mean, this is going to be very short and very painful for Churchill. And now she's researching flight. This is unreal. The degree to which she's going to avoid researching. I mean, this is just... This is very, very ugly. Now she's researching flight. What in the world is she doing? I continue to be baffled, but this tech path is unreal. Now she's on flight. Like, she's just avoiding this tech. Like, she can't research fascism or industrialism until she has assembly line. She's gone so far past assembly line in every direction. Anyway, it's unreal. The degree to which she's going to not research one of the game's most important and powerful techs is just difficult to understand. Well, anyway, Churchill is exiting this game very, very, very rapidly. I also think Stalin beats her to space. Stalin's too far ahead tech-wise. I don't think Kathy can make up the deficit in a pure tech race. I don't think there's any way that they avoid fighting before one of them gets to space. I mean, Kathy's only +1 right now. At least she didn't declare war on Stalin there. But she's not ahead. Like, she's not ahead tech-wise. Well, that was very fast. That was very fast in terms of taking out another opponent. So, guys, only one wildcard game. I actually didn't even roll the map for it because I didn't know how many people were going to be in these games. So we're only going to have one wildcard game. I'm not looking forward to the 11 wildcard setup next week. We might have to do the game early because it takes so long to do a game with that many people in it. But anyway, Churchill's out too. Now it's just Kathy and Stalin. So we've got the late showdown. Amazing we've gotten this many eliminations in the very last game of the season. All right, so Churchill, the curse of the Pool 1 leaders continues. Game 8. And this was on turn 295. Turn 295. And Kathy gets another point. 3 kills. Alright, fantasy purposes. Churchill is out. Kathy gets another point for Lobster, who's getting in line for a huge score in this game. Either 5 or 8 points. And Kuro's flyer on Churchill is out as well. Alright. Well, now we got a late game showdown here. Only 2 leaders left in this game. Again, Kathy is bigger, but Stalin has the tech edge, which always makes for an interesting confrontation. That's the most kills we've had in a game this season, yes. Stalin is just speedrunning the end of the tech tree here. I feel like he's just gotten so far ahead technologically, I don't know that Kathy can really do that much. He's been building research in every city for like a while now. See, he's getting 3,000 beakers per turn because he's just building research in every city. And he's just flying through the tech tree here. I'll refresh the map, but as I said, I don't think Kathy wins from this position. I want to be wrong. I'm trying to give you guys my accurate assessment. She still doesn't even have factories yet. I don't know. We'll see. She has been building units, and Stalin... Okay, now she's finally on assembly line. Now, one thing she has been doing, she has been building units. Stalin has been building research, and that does matter. But, he's pretty he's technologically more advanced. Okay, Sid Sushi. Interesting. I don't know that that's going to make a big difference. Stalin also now went free religion. Now, Stalin did... Does Stalin have Christo, or did he waste a turn in Anarchy going to free religion? He does not appear to have... He doesn't have Christo, so he did have to waste a turn of Anarchy for that. Look at York, how hopelessly crushed it is by... And Stalin just dumped the city down there, Chelyabinsk. Kathy's going to have a little colony up here. This York obviously will go over to Stalin. He also just finished the Manhattan Project, so nukes ahoy. He also has mobile artillery running around. So Kathy's now doing industrialism. She's getting the tech she needs, but I think it might just be, as I said, I think she's just outclassed. Because now Stalin has gotten to the next generation of tech, and he's building nukes everywhere. Oh, there was a Christo Redentor Russia? Okay, I'm wrong then. If that's the case, then I am wrong. Russia. Which Russia is this? It just says Russia. Well, that's not very helpful. Does that fix it if I do that? Still doesn't say what city it's in. Okay, I'm assuming that that was built by Stalin. Oh man, a lot of nukes here. Yeah, this is looking worse and worse for Kathy, because I don't think she can she even build nukes? Does she have the tech that unlocks them? I feel like she should have won this game, but I don't think she's going to. What's the tech that unlocks nukes? No, she doesn't have fission, so she can't build nukes. Stalin is stacking nukes right now. I mean, he doesn't even have that many more techs to launch the spaceship at this point. Anyway, yeah, Stalin, it actually would have been better for Kathy if Stalin had tried to go culture. I mean, okay, surely you must be joking. Interesting. Not plotting war, and he's not plotting war either. I still wouldn't be surprised if they go after this. Them attacking, her attacking is probably suicide. Well, she's not going to win unless she tries. She has no shot unless she at least gives it a try, but I don't think it's going to go well for her. If you want to check the power graph, yeah, it's funny that she just Stalin was able to get all that territory from de Gaulle at like minimal effort. Surely you must be joking is what the AI says when the enemy has nukes. Interesting. That's a very, very rare thing to see. So will she like not declare war unless she also has nukes? Is that what it's about? Like Stalin is building a lot of nukes. Like a lot of nukes in his territory. He doesn't really need that many more techs for the spaceship either. She will declare, but she cannot be bribed. Yeah, Kathy had catapult, cannon, and artillery together. Yeah, I mean, the game has worked well for Stalin. I feel like he kind of played a bad early game, but like things kind of broke well in his favor. I did think that when Kathy got almost all of Napoleon's territory, that she had just snowballed way past Stalin. But then he was able to, what did he get? Whose territory did he get a little bit of? I guess it was getting de Gaulle's territory, because de Gaulle built so many wonders, really, really helped him out. Can I see the number of Stalin? Okay, Stalin late game golden age. That kind of seals this. And he just triggered another golden age. I mean, he has a couple more spaceship techs to go, but like, look, he already has fusion there. Like, compare this to Catherine. He's way ahead in tech right now. And he's just entered a golden age, too. I still think Kathy will try to fight him before the game is over, but I don't really see how she can beat someone who's that far ahead technologically. Yeah, Kathy's econ wasn't great. Considering her size, her econ wasn't great. She kind of struggled at times economically in this game. And Stalin, I feel like Stalin kind of like got just enough territory. The territory he took off de Gaulle, I think, was super important, because if he hadn't gotten, he got de Gaulle's territory with almost no effort whatsoever, whereas Kathy had to fight a lot harder to get territory from what's his name? Kathy had to fight a lot harder to get territory from what's his name? Augustus. It took longer and required more effort. Whereas Stalin like barely had to fight at all, and then he just kept all his cities on research like for ages and ages and ages, just like building research to accelerate him through the tech tree. Kathy's not that far behind, but I don't think she can catch up. It doesn't help either that Stalin is pumping out a ridiculous number of nuclear weapons. And like, because like if Stalin was a little bit smaller, if Stalin like hadn't gotten de Gaulle's territory, then Kathy would be large enough to overcome it. But like, Stalin's not that much smaller than Kathy. I mean, he's got 41% to 58%. Like that's less territory, but it's not that much less territory. And he's just burning through the spaceship stuff right now. Oh well. I still think Kathy to win is a good pick, even if she comes up just a little bit short this game. But yeah, kudos to Stalin. The weirdest thing about this game is Stalin getting the early religion. It just has been wild to me that he founded an early religion. And like he's had this shrine pumping 45 gold per turn of income the whole game. He ended up getting the world's dominant religion, which is just like wild to me. That he ended up getting the world's most dominant religion. I feel like that's not the most likely outcome in this game. Stalin, I think, is like a feast or famine leader on this map. Like some games he's going to do really well like this. And I think there's going to be other games where like the wars go against him early on and he just get rolled up. I think Stalin is a little bit more of a feast or famine leader. I think Kathy's going to be consistently one of the strongest leaders in most games. This is basically how Stalin wins every time. Okay, I mean, Stalin's been pretty terrible for the last couple of seasons. I know that this game's going well, but like, I wouldn't say like, oh, Stalin, he does this every game. It's like he's been pretty bad in recent seasons. I mean, the thing that changed this game was he went for the early religion. His biggest weakness has been not researching mysticism, not having tech. He actually has... He has every spaceship tech. He can launch right now. He's going to launch any turn now. How many more parts does he need? He just needs the stasis chamber. Okay. Where is this? Is he build? I think he's building the stasis chamber too. Where? 2 more turns. Okay. Well, he's going to... Yeah, I mean, he's going to launch in 10 more turns. So, I mean, Kathy just... There's not even any time to do anything at this point. He just is going to launch any turn now. Well, I think I'm going to be like right there on the victory date and right there on the number of wars. Even if I missed all the leader things again this week. 1 turn off war date. Don't forget the huge moment when Kathy flipped from non-aggression pact religion to Stalin's religion. Okay, so there goes the spaceship. And it's due to arrive on turn... 1905. Okay, actually, I think I hit the victory date perfectly. I believe this actually lands on turn 325 due to how production's calculated. Now I just need Kathy to declare war one more time, so I can hit the victory turn, the war turn perfectly as well. Did she just declare war? Because I think... Did she just declare war? Or is she just moving units? I guess she's just moving units up here. Thought for a second she had declared war there. Well, that's the surely you must be joking. Maybe Stalin will declare war. He is not currently plotting. Okay, well, we just next turn a couple more times. Yeah, I mean, it would be amusing to watch all the nukes launch. But I don't know if we're going to see that. I think we'd see a little bit more chaos if these two actually went to war. So apparently Kathy's not plotting. Well, the game's going to be over in a couple more turns, so either we're just... And we definitely have spaceship for our ending here. So, St. Petersburg has legendary culture. Well, he wasn't close to getting a legendary city. Or I wasn't close to getting 3 legendary cities. Maybe these two are just... I always assume that we'd have like a late game showdown between these two, but maybe the game just ends without us having a late game showdown. Is Kathy now willing to go to war because she completed SDI for just some defense against all the nuclear weapons? Probably not, though. Stalin actually has almost caught Kathy in a score here as well, which is kind of surprising, given that Kathy has more territory. But as we said, it's reasonably close in terms of territory. Kathy, babe, we have 4 more turns. All right, are they going to vote for environmentalism? Sometimes we have an ending where, like, there's fireworks at the finish, and sometimes just nothing happens as we count down the final turns. This might be a game where just nothing happens as the final turns go down. I'm sorry, I do my best to make the games exciting. Okay, Stalin has defied the resolution. Okay. Yeah, Kathy still has 120 more pop than he does. Okay, Stalin, sure, why not? The world considers you a villain. Okay, buddy. Late Golden Age from Kathy. I mean, a late Golden Age from Kathy. All right, I believe that the next turn is the last turn of the game. So, I think we're actually going to have a turn 325 spaceship victory here. And it does not look like we're getting one last war, unless I am mistaken. Does not appear that that's happening. It looks like looks like Russia and Russia were pretty content just to chill here. All right, there it is. It is a turn 325 spaceship victory. Hey, I may have missed on Kathy, but I hit the victory date exactly. Okay, I'll take it. 325. Well played, Stalin, indeed. He almost caught Kathy in score at the end of the game. Yeah, it was a good game by Stalin. He played really well. I'm going to jot that down. Turn the spaceship, turn 325. I just always thought we were going to see a late game conflict between Kathy and Stalin, and they never ended up fighting, which surprised me. I thought we'd get the late game showdown at some point, which I think Stalin would have won, to be fair. But Stalin ended up winning that one, and all the leaders dying meant that we can do just the one wildcard game. Interesting things about how this game played out. I mean, obviously the key turning thing in the early game. Well, first of all, Stalin, early mysticism, early religion. I swear that is not going to happen in every game. That was really noteworthy. Very, very surprising to me that he got that spot right here, which was a great spot. Really strong second city, and then just immediately founds a religion. That was wild. And then into Stonehenge for an early shrine as well. I would be shocked if that happens in every game. That's like the first really big moment in the game. And then the next one is Napoleon declares war on Suleiman, pre-medals. Could have attacked Augustus. That was I said before the game, I was like, Napoleon, he's going to have early copper, he's going to connect it, he's going to attack Augustus. He chose to go for Suleiman instead, which, there was a lot of border tension, it made sense, but he could have attacked Augustus as well, who was also right on his borders. And if he attacked Augustus, the war probably would have gone absolutely nowhere. And then Suleiman inexplicably does not defend his holy city. All he needed to do was stuff archers in there. And just that did not actually end up happening. Saying Napoleon's more likely to attack Suleiman due to capital proximity. I don't know. I mean, he's peace weight 0 against peace weight 8. I still feel like Augustus is likely to get attacked. And then Stalin comes in. The fact that even though Stalin does not build any settlers for he was stuck on 3 cities forever. The fact that he was able to get 2 cities from that war ended up being pretty significant. Okay, so then what's the next big thing that takes place? Kathy's expanding over here, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to look back here and see what else. And then, Napoleon declares war on Stalin. Another hugely important moment in the game. Really was not so much to Stalin's advantage as Kathy, though. Now, Stalin did get a little territory from the war. Mostly the territory did go to Kathy, though, in that conflict. So Stalin and Kathy both... Kathy gets much stronger, becomes the dominant AI. Stalin gets a little bit stronger. Where Kathy faltered was not killing Augustus faster. That was a huge mistake. She ignored she ignored rifling, but she also just ignored gunpowder. If she had just gone gunpowder tech earlier, she would have killed him much, 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 much faster. And then that would have opened her up because like if she had gone to work earlier, she would have been in a much stronger position to maybe attack De Gaulle, maybe, or attack Stalin. She never fought Stalin. There were definitely times so it's like if she fights Stalin right now, she wins, right? Like she just wins. But instead, she took a weird pass through the tech tree. She kind of sat around doing nothing, and then Stalin takes the time to eat De Gaulle, and like that was the final winning move for Stalin. By eating De Gaulle, he gets so much more territory. Like if Kathy fights Stalin here, she's double his size. She wins that war. But by the fact that Stalin was able to get De Gaulle territory very, very easily and cheaply, like at this point, Kathy's not double Stalin's size anymore. She's just a little bit bigger as opposed to way bigger. So she kind of missed her timing window here. She needed to attack Stalin. She needed to kill Augustus faster and then hit Stalin before he had a chance to devour De Gaulle, and she just didn't do it. And then Stalin just teched better in the late game. Now, part of the reason why Stalin teched better is he had more wonders. He had all those wonders from the early game. And he took all of De Gaulle's wonders. Augustus didn't really have much in the way of wonders. Napoleon had nothing in the way of wonders. De Gaulle, as we said, had like the absolute, these are the wonders you would want to have, perfect package. So, yeah, it was like that was the other key turning moment at the end of the game. Kathy, poor tech path, takes too long to kill Augustus. Never hits Stalin when she has the really big advantage because she took too long to get factories and she just missed her timing window, as I said.